Welcome everybody to what are we calling this?
Don't know ball.
Don't know ball. My name is Jack Garner, and I'm here with some other people that like to argue.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anybody want to introduce themselves?
Fuck it, I'll start. Isaac Isringhausen. I came up with the name because the guy across from me that I'm sitting across from, wearing a suit for some fucking reason.
Yep. Had to look fancy for our debut,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
even though we forgot the cameras.
Even though nobody can see.
Yeah, even though this is strictly audio and not visual. No, he just has like some wild takes that just blow my mind, and I wonder where he's getting the crack he's smoking from, because it sure as fuck ain't
Eureka.
from-
Who said that?
I'm Josh. I
I'm Josh.
put in producing.
I'm Lucas, and I'm just here to be here.
You're here so you won't get fined. Love it.
Love it.
We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk sports. We're gonna come to you once, maybe twice a week for the next however long. We're gonna have a good time. Eventually, hopefully, we'll have some video. Maybe we'll have a TikTok page. But for now, it's just the podcast, and hope you guys like it. So, Josh, what are we starting with today?
I don't care. Where do you want to start?
I don't know.
You want to go down the list?
Sure. What are we doing? What are we gonna talk about today? We're gonna talk probably baseball mostly today.
Y'all want to do present or ever first for positions of?
So you guys will find out pretty quick here. I have not followed baseball deeply since about 2017.
You're missing out.
So I'm still kind of stuck in 6 or 7 years ago.
You're missing the best right now.
Yeah, I'm
Great
sure I
baseball.
am.
You are.
I'm just gonna keep my comment to myself, because I'm sure it's eventually gonna be brought up. But like, you keep saying that you're stuck in 2017 when you know who ran the fucking MLB.
Yeah, Jose Altuve.
Oh my god. No, actually, like right now though is probably the best baseball's been in
It's
a very
so
long
good.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's-
didn't have the channel the last 2 years.
It's
So
like
So, that does it.
It's like so wild, because everyone agrees, like universally agrees, like baseball is the one sport like you don't have parity in, and I think like last year really just showed that, because let's be honest, like who saw the Diamondbacks and the Rangers make?
no, I never.
No.
Like I said, I'm still stuck in 2017, where both teams were awful. I
Right.
think both teams came in last place in the league, and the Rangers just won the World Series without DeGrom.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Think about that. DeGrom is probably the best pitcher of this new era.
Mhm.
I've never been the biggest fan of him, but he's a hell of a pitcher.
The
mean, he would-
Diamondbacks were 93 and 69 in 2017.
What in the heck?
Oh, so they were
That's
just
right, they did
they were
the
just
wild card.
amazing.
That's right, they made the wild card
In
and
2017?
Archie Bradley hit the triple.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they lost to the Rockies.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Who hit the
Awesome.
triple?
Archie Bradley.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's all right. Maybe I was 2016. I'm still, I don't know. Like you said earlier, Moose is still top of third baseman from what I was at. It was Arenado and Moose.
Longoria's
Machado.
probably up there somewhere.
What?
Evan Longoria's probably
No,
up there
it was
somewhere.
a little past
Bro,
his
he had a
prime.
good postseason last
He
year.
was good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's still in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like what, 37, 38.
Oh, he retired like 5 or 6 years ago.
Postseason last
Just
year.
considering
as a
retirement
Cardinals fan, like I felt bad whenever like around 2 or 3 years ago, like they made the post about John Jay retiring. I was like, oh wait, he's still in the league.
He kicked around for a really long time.
I'm shocked.
John Jay
It surprised me. Like
was a guy you just want around.
You know who? I'm
Wow.
Because
shocked
he
is still in
wasn't
the league.
anything special, but he was like a solid guy.
Yeah.
Good guy for the clubhouse. Did everything you ask, a little bit more, not less. You needed a double, he hit you a double.
Now he's the first base coach for the Marlins.
He should have been a Cardinal coach. But
Well, he knows
him and
better
Skip
than that.
should have been here.
don't get me
They
started
were.
on
Well,
get me
Skip
started
was.
on the idiocracy of that front
That was
office.
That's for another day.
You know who surprises me? Who's still in the league? It has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. But like Billy Hamilton,
Billy Hamilton's
Yeah,
still
he's
in the
still
league.
kicking around
Yeah.
too.
Well, yeah, 'cause, like when
He's
you're
terrible.
I mean, like when you're
he
the
can't
fastest
hit the
player-
ball.
Steal
if you-
first base.
You know.
It's like when
He
you're the
did
fastest
once.
player in baseball, it's like you're gonna find a spot.
Yeah.
on
He
it.
hit the
Like,
ball 3 inches and he jumped out of the way and like
I remember that highlight. I know.
I
Exactly
think the
what
only
highlight you're
person that
talking about.
accurately stole first base was Javier Baez at one time against
Oh
the
my
Pirates.
God.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
he ran backwards.
Everyone's like.
That's the worst play. What's worse, that or the Pat McAfee fake punt?
See, that's not okay. I can't really call. You can't really put that on McAfee.
No,
because,
but it's
like-
just his name's on the bottom of it. so.
Yeah, that's true. That's
What's
true.
the worst? Have you seen the play?
God.
No.
Oh, you haven't seen this play?
No.
So like basically, it was like a 4th and 2, and they're like near the 50-yard line. So they were gonna try to steal a first down from the Patriots and like out Belichick. Well, McAfee and a bunch of other people were like gonna sprint to the sidelines and hoping to like draw a too many men penalty and jump him off sides. Or no, get a penalty for that. Like, yeah, okay, he's gonna pull it up.
It's just such a bad play. Poor Pat, his name's attached to
Yeah.
it forever. I mean, nothing poor about him. He's got plenty of money. But
Probably like the best
And
podcaster.
Cole Anderson,
No, second actually.
what's his
bonus.
name? Gunner? No, I can't think of the guy's name.
That is awful.
It's horrible.
That's
What?
apparently like it was written. Apparently like the guy who like took the snap or who was snap. It was either the guy who took the snap or snapping the ball. Like
Didn't read the playbook.
no, he read the playbook, but like he wasn't the one that practiced that play.
Right.
Like they just threw him in. Like that guy
Yeah.
happened to get hurt, so like they threw him in because, in their words, like he went to Stanford. He's a smart guy. He'll figure it
I
out.
can't think of his name.
He read the playbook though, and like it said, like if we get under center, if you feel that your hand's under center, snap the ball.
And he was the only one that read the playbook.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
only one
And
who read that
even
one.
Chuck Pagano, Coach Pagano,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
read the playbook.
That's
Honestly, yeah, that's actually a close question. Like, what's worse, the hobby play or that play? Like,
They're respectively the worst plays ever. Well, no, the Patriots play where they threw the ball backwards, where Mac Jones threw it to the guy on the Raiders.
yeah, that's got.
Oh, I know what you're talking
That
about.
was bad.
Last year,
Chandler
last year.
Jones, right?
Yeah, it was Chandler
He's-
Jones.
An interesting character. I don't know if y'all follow him on Twitter.
No, I
I
don't.
do not. I feel
Yeah?
like I should though.
Yeah, CTE.
Like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, same idea
Dude,
as
Antonio
Brown.
Brown's Twitter's freaking hilarious. Like
Hilarious.
he'll pop up on my Twitter page. from
He'll
time to
post
time,
randomly
it's
post
just
a
like-
picture with Giselle. Say, "Hey Tom, look who I'm with."
Aren't they back together though?
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
thought I
sure.
read somewhere that like Tom Brady and Giselle are getting back together.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, with you there.
All right, so let's get into this top 10
They
list.
already went off.
Yeah, I
one.
was
We already
gonna
went
say,
on
we
a
went from-
tangent.
Let's-
We went
let's-
from yelling about John Jay
Let's start with current.
and Billy Hamilton to now like we were.
So let's start with all time.
Yeah,
You want to
let's
start with all time?
Because I can do all time a
'Cause
lot better.
I'm not
Catcher.
gonna be as good.
All time?
Yeah.
Yachty,
Number one?
number one. Best to ever do it. What do you mean?
I mean,
I had him at 5.
I don't know.
5?
Ooh.
I have him at 3.
Five?
I have him
Ooh.
at 3.
Yeah, hell, you been smoking. 5?
5.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe not 1, at least 3.
Yeah,
Johnny
Let's
Bench.
hear this BS list.
Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, Josh Gibson.
Gary Carter
Yeah.
over Yachty?
Yeah.
You think
Offensively,
Offensively,
yes,
yeah.
You're
defensively,
delusional.
you think Gary Carter's better than Johnny Bench?
No, I think Johnny Bench number 1.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You're going that way.
Okay,
Okay.
then our
I
number
thought you were
one's
going
match.
from 5
No.
to 1.
All right, you know what?
Our number one's match.
I'll give into that one. I'll go bench 1, Yachty 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I had Josh Gibson 3.
Okay.
And then
Fair.
Pudge and Yachty.
Okay.
What about Joe Mauer?
8.
No. Oh yeah, you did top 10 because
Yeah, I
you're
love
that.
crazy.
Four.
Oh, you guys did. Oh, that's right. I did.
He's the only one that
Do
did.
you have
top
Posey in
10.
your top
I'm doing
10?
top 5.
I had him 4.
You had Posey at 4?
Oh, Posey? No, I thought you said Pudge. No, I didn't.
Okay,
No.
I was gonna say like Posey at 4.
Just say,
I thought you
my
said
God.
Pudge. No,
Posey
no,
at 4,
I
that's
didn't have
fucking
Posey.
wild.
I didn't
Yeah, he won 3 rings, but he
He wasn't. He didn't have longevity.
he's so
He
overrated.
played first base the
I
last
don't-
3 years.
Posey-
The fact, the fact that people think that Posey's better than Yachty,
That's
just
delusional.
legitimately.
He's a better
pisses me off.
offensive catcher. Yachty's got 2 rings. Posey's
Yep.
got 1 more ring.
Okay,
When
yeah,
you have
like-
rings, 1 is not a difference.
Yachty's like laps him in Gold Gloves, and it's
Yeah.
not even. People were people straight up didn't steal on Yachty because they
No.
were too afraid of
Have
it.
you seen the stat? There's like, if you take every team's stolen base
It's like
attempts,
700
It's like-
less.
it's
or
like
something.
7 or 800
Yeah, like every
less.
team has like 1,000 stolen bases, and the
That's
Cardinals
like
have
almost 2.
800
Most of them are like
something.
2,000,
Yeah,
and
it's
Yachty's is
wild.
like 750.
Like the fact that the Cardinals like fell off as deeply as they did the year after he retires just shows how much
He meant to the clubhouse.
just shows like how much he meant to the clubhouse and like how
And
much that
think
team
about this, the
revolved around him.
The couple years where they didn't make the playoffs, 16, 17, 18,
Mhm.
he was hurt.
Yeah.
He was in and out. He wasn't there the whole season.
Calling
PitchCom is
pitches.
cheating to me.
No,
Ah,
I think it's
it's-
a good.
I'm old. I'm
Sign
like
stealing
I said,
is cheating. That
Okay,
might
hang
be a
on.
hot take. but-
sign stealing is a part of baseball.
I
Banging
should-
on a trash
I
can is
think-
different.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna
there's
say
a
like it
difference.
depends on how you do it because I was covering a high school baseball game over the summer, and where I was like standing, it was like by the dugout, and I think it was one of like the freshmen or sophomores. So it was some kid on the bench during an at bat. He realized he's like, "Hey, look at their coach." The coach would like hold a notebook and just like put up a number. So and he like that player caught that and he's like walked up and down the bench. He's like, "Hey, if I say your name, it's a fastball, but if I say your number, it's off speed." And the coach never caught on. So,
Bro.
like, if that's how you steal signs, I'm sorry, if you're dumb enough to give away a tell,
I mean, yeah.
or do
I
something
agree.
like that, you deserve to have your sign stolen. But like if
Absolutely.
you're using it with
It's part of the
Apple
game.
Yeah,
yes,
I
but
agree.
if you're using it with Apple Watches, like the
That's
Red
right.
Sox or the trash cans, like the Astros, that's where I have a
I
problem.
agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're on agreement on that.
Yeah.
Sign stealing is part of the game. It's
Right.
if you're not sign stealing, you're not playing the game right.
And now it's
But if you're doing this
Yeah,
There was
that's
a
cheating.
wasn't there
from center field,
there was a
Yeah.
I can't remember what the team was, but like there was a coach whose designated job was to like try and describe stuff,
yeah, probably.
steal signs.
It's
Sounds
part
like
of the
a
game.
Yankees Thing. Yeah.
And now with PitchCom, that's one thing is I don't like PitchCom. is because you can't steal signs. But Rick Ankiel said one time, I heard it was some kind of like Q&A thing, and he was in the crowd, and he yells, "If you flare your nostril, it's a curveball." It might have been your cousin.
Oh,
That was
Jason,
yeah. I think it was because it was the 06 team. It was Edmonds, Jason.
Was Ankiel on that 06 team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. Was he like in the minors, like bench or?
I don't know.
I think he was probably
Rick Ankiel, man, what could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Like the fact that he was still able to like bounce back and make himself a serviceable player.
In the outfield.
crazy.
Like a lot of like in that situation, like it would have been easy to just
Give
call
up.
it. Yeah.
I remember, I'll never forget the throw he made in Colorado.
I was just thinking about that. I
And
think he had
Scott-
2, didn't he?
Huh?
He had two
The
different- yeah.
same weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
From the fence, he threw a laser to Scott Rowland's chest, and Rowland just like,
And that's a big ass outfield.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scott's face was just like, did that just happen?
That is
and like
insane.
Scott, he just casually just shit.
slaps tag down. Yeah.
Who's the Mariners announcer? The old guy that used to say "Rye bread and mustard, Grandma."
Oh,
I have no idea.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Yeah,
He
I
had
know
great.
that.
Ichiro had a throw like that one time. He had a great call. Ichiro threw something out of
Dude,
Star
the
Wars.
Mariners radio announcer now is so good.
Oh, Dave Sims or whatever.
They
have all their announcers
Might
are
be the
pretty
other
good.
guy. Whoever Aaron Goldsmith is
Yeah, yeah.
The guy that
he bounces back and forth.
was potentially coming to St.
higher,
Louis, and I
yeah.
was hoping that he
Yeah.
was going to come here, but
It
he
would've been
didn't.
great.
Chip Carey's cool.
I don't mind Chip.
I like Chip.
So back to catchers.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we keep getting on top.
Let's wrap this.
Who's your
back in.
6 through 10? Because I'm
Yogi Berra, Mike Piazza, Joe Mauer, Joe Torre, Roy Campanella.
Okay.
That's a good top 10.
That's a solid.
I don't agree with the top 5 in that order, but
well, Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench is
Is
one. We can agree on
unanimously-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
number
I mean,
one.
like,
And then, who do you have 2?
Gary Carter.
No,
Yeah, probably.
that's just wrong.
that's a little
I didn't do
wild,
too much research into
That's a
Gary
little
Carter.
That's just wrong.
offensively, he's
You had
better.
Yachty at 5 too.
Yeah, I could have probably switched those two.
I
wanted to have.
well,
Josh
also
Gibson
we
or
can't
something
just
like
bring St. Louis bias. into
Yeah.
it.
It's
You
not
actually-
St.
We're
Louis
all-
bias.
Like all
Well,
four of us
maybe a
are
little
diehard
bit.
Cardinal
Yeah.
fans. I mean, like we.
Yachty was
all-
my hero growing up.
Well, yeah,
He
but
was
that,
all for
that doesn't.
heroes.
I was a
That
catcher because
doesn't
of
just
Yachty.
make him number one.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
No, he's the best defensive catcher to ever
Like,
play the
that's what
game.
makes like top 10 lists like so hard.
He
because,
is the best
like,
defensive
everyone
catcher.
has
I'll say
bias.
my top 5. I'll agree. Johnny Bench is 1. Yachty 2. Say Pudge 3. I don't have Gary Carter in top 5. Yogi 4.
I feel like you have to put Yogi in. The
And who am I
Yogi
missing?
has to be up- or Yogi has to be.
Let's
up.
feel
go,
like
let's go Josh Gibson
Yeah, you
4,
gotta put
Yogi
Josh
5.
Gibson up there. Yeah.
I feel like
Josh
Yogi,
Gibson's hard to compare though,
Right, because like,
Yeah.
because nobody got to see him play.
and he played in the Negro leagues, which like
He did play.
there was,
Didn't
like,
he
there
play
were
in the big
several-
leagues at one
I
point?
don't think he did.
No, I don't think so.
He, really?
I was reluctant
Didn't
to
he,
add
like-
him for that
didn't
reason.
he, like,
but
pass away before Jackie Robinson made his debut.
I think
He
so.
might
Let
have.
me see.
I'm pretty sure like, it was like a month. He was like so close to it.
That's tough.
He died in
like,
1947.
you know-
Like some of the
January.
because like it's so tough though because like
Yeah,
some
that
of
is
the,
before,
some of
right?
the Negro leagues
I
were
think.
like literally pick up baseball games,
Yeah.
and some of them were like actually like legit guys who could play in.
Josh Gibson.
Did
And
anybody
then
play
Hank
MLB The
Aaron.
Show this last year when they have the Negro League?
So,
stuff?
I tried-
The
So,
fact that
I
they
hold
left
on,
out
let me-
Josh Gibson like.
let me
hurt
say
my
this
heart
about
so
that.
bad.
I tried to play those, and they're all pitching moments, and the windups.
So,
They're
yeah.
so
Dude,
So what I
brutal.
wanted to say
I
though
tried
is
pitching
like,
Satchel Paige, but like that one.
do you think
so
that those
long.
Cy
pitch
Young's is
speeds are
bad.
realistic? 'Cause,
Christy
like they were having
Mathewson is
Satchel
really
Paige throw
bad.
105, and that just didn't
I-
happen.
That's
I don't
that's what the
know.
rumor's
I don't
been for
know.
years.
Yeah, but like, do you think
Well-
that it actually?
Yeah.
You think so?
Maybe
Yeah.
not Satchel
That's-
Page. I, mean,
Like,
I
know
think
John-
Gibby
some
threw
of the other
102.
ones probably not.
Yeah,
Bob Gibson threw 103.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I remember like
listening.
listening back in like when
Because he
in
used to hunt birds with rocks
Yeah,
in the
no, I don't-
backyard.
I
Have you
don't-
heard that story?
Yeah,
in
I'm sure Bob
2019, like I
No,
remember
that wasn't him. That was Dizzy Dean used to do that.
in 19, I remember whenever the Cardinals were in the NLCS, like I was listening to one of the broadcasts coming back from work, and they were talking about how different the radar guns were. Like they were like a
Yeah.
couple seconds behind. So like when they said Gibson was throwing like 97, 98, he was actually throwing like 101 and 102.
That does surprise
So like
me.
you had to like
He was
you had to like take into
Jordan Hicks
consideration-
before Jordan Hicks.
Yeah.
right. Like
I
you have
wanna-
to take into consideration like, how technology has
Bro,
evolved. As
I want to know, like, Dizzy Dean, how hard Dizzy Dean really threw.
Yeah.
Because there's stories of him, like, taking rocks and killing birds out of the sky with rocks.
Yeah,
At, like, 13.
Yeah.
You got to throw a rock pretty hard to kill a bird.
Oh yeah. And have to be spot on
Inaccurate.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
He used to throw, I think it was him, they would put up targets, and he'd have to, it might have been glass bottles or something, and he had to hit them all, but the last 4 had to be curveballs, and he went 9 for 9.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
How do you hit a glass bottle with the curveball dead on
9
like that?
times. That's
That's
insane.
freaking wild.
I could have a couple people mixed up.
I mean, yeah, but
I-
that's still crazy.
Still, somebody did it.
regardless
Whoever it is
of who
is crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Do you want to go
You
all
want to
time
do
current?
present next, or do you want to do all time?
I think we
for
should
all
just
of them.
I was gonna
do
be like,
bounce
we-
back.
I'm gonna stay out of the current day one.
Yeah.
Do you want to do?
We could do
day?
current.
Okay, so
Well, I mean, I was gonna give my top 5.
oh, go ahead.
Of
Yeah,
your
go ahead.
all-time.
Yeah, so like my all-time.
You didn't do
top
yours
5.
either.
I don't care enough.
I appreciate the honesty. So like, I'll go from 5 to 1. So like, this goes like for all my rankings too in terms of all time. Like, what I base it off is like, it's a combination of longevity. Actually, no, I take peak performance first, then longevity, playoff performance in the era. So like for me, whenever I look at all those, number 5, it's tough, but probably have to go with like Jorge Posada because
At 5?
I didn't even put him on my list. I thought about it, but
I mean,
Yeah, you didn't even put
he
him
would
in
have
the
been
top
11.
10.
He would have been right there.
And you,
he's it's close for me because like he did so many. He knew how to perform in the playoffs, and like those Yankees teams were always in the playoffs in the
Yeah.
early 2000s. And
well, those teams were so good.
he was a big reason why, because like he had several clutch
He
moments.
had
in the
9 Hall of
playoffs,
Famers on that team, and he's not one of them.
but he was able to stand out on that team.
I tend to agree about the eras, though. I feel like
Right.
more present day players should be weighted more
Yeah.
realistically compared
Right.
to like the early
Then-
ages.
Then I
I
got
did that.
Yogi at 4,
Go with that.
Pudge at 3. Actually, no. Switch Pudge and Yogi around. Yogi at 3, Pudge at 4,
Okay.
Yachty at 2, and I think we can all agree.
Okay, so we've pretty much
Bench.
agreed on
We all
top
agree-
4.
We all agree that Mike or that
Josh Gibson is in there.
Yeah.
It's
So-
cl-
If you
yeah,
like-
He's hard to
close
put in there because
Yeah.
he was
My
incredible.
heart
Yeah.
wants
There's
to
no
put
there's
him
no
there,
video of him though,
I felt bad
and there's
not
no
putting him
actual
on
proof for
there.
how good he
I
was.
also feel bad not putting him on there, but like,
Yeah.
it's so tough because we don't know like how good he could have been if
Yeah.
So are we agreeing to take
Step
Josh
up.
Gibson off,
I mean,
switch him for Yogi?
Yeah, I mean, you could do that conceivably.
I feel like Yogi has to.
I don't even remember what my top
Yeah.
5
I
was.
should have probably switched Gary Carter. I don't know why I put him on there, but
Yeah, I put Piazza over Gary Carter.
Piazza at 7. I don't know.
I would put
Looking back
Piazza
on it,
Gary,
I
over
don't know.
Gary. I think Piazza was better.
I've
than
never
Gary
really
Carter
even
as well.
looked into Gary Carter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't
knew he was.
know.
I know
He's
was good,
great.
like,
He
was
died
good.
young.
He died. Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
Like, wasn't he like one of the best of his generation?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
late
contemporaries.
mid to late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. You gonna do present day?
We can do present day, yeah.
You
Number
guys
one's
have
pretty
fun with
easy.
that.
Number 1 is very easy. If anybody
All
says
right,
anything
3,
that's
2, 1.
Adley
Rutschman.
Rutschman.
All right, we all agree with that.
Number 2?
3.
Nah, you can't do that because this is where it gets hard. Catchers fall off really
Yeah,
quickly.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
put Sean Murphy.
Adley Rutschman,
Who-
JT Realmuto.
He's not number 2 for me
I had him
anymore.
at 7.
Whoa!
That's actually wild.
It was-
So
year.
hold on.
I
This is
went-
supposed to be Jack's hot takes. It turned into Josh's hot
I had a
takes.
couple guys in there that I weighted projections pretty hard for this year.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like you're the type
Josh
of guy to have like a
Donaldson.
William
He's gonna
Contreras
catch again.
number 2.
10.
We have William Contreras at 10.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
10.
10.
You'll like 5 and 6.
Who's 5 and 6?
Yanier Diaz and Francisco Alvarez.
Oh, this
Who?
guy's crazy, bro.
Where's
Crazy.
Contreras?
And here we are
Number
thinking
two.
you're
Williams
crazy.
is-
Hold on,
No,
I'm gonna
Wilson-
guess your number
Wilson
2.
4.
I'm gonna do it. Your Wilson Contreras number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Wilson Contreras and
not
William
bad.
Contreras would both be in my top 5.
Yeah, they're both in my top. I have
William
Wilson.
Contreras is better than Wilson Contreras.
I
I'll
have
say
Wilson
that.
at 5 and then William at 4.
I 100.
I would have put William higher, but he DHs a lot.
So
I don't
so
have an
so
active
mine
list.
is Adley at 1,
Okay.
and I have JT at 3. I'm trying to, and I guess I don't know, cause like
'Cause, like for me, like I have Adley at 1, JT at 2, Will Smith at 3.
I also have Wilson.
I forgot about Wilson.
Yasmani
Never mind.
Grandal.
And
I'm
then the
put.
Contreras-
He was abysmal last year.
He was like the worst.
He's slow. He can't play defense, and he can't hit.
27.
Okay, so I forgot about Will Smith. Okay,
I have him at 3.
Really, since the pandemic, I've
so
fallen off.
That's funny. Great.
That caught me off guard. I apologize.
I was trying to think of who I've
wasn't
used in the
that
video
funny.
game recently.
Is Jonathan Lucroy top 10?
No, hell no. I hate that guy.
maybe I'm too high on Sean Murphy.
I have him at 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so we agree
Yeah,
on
Okay, I
that.
have Sean Murphy like just outside my
So
I have
okay,
that too.
okay, so then
because I took his age in consideration as well.
So-
Like,
Yeah.
he's-
Who's the
that's
catcher
fair.
on the Braves?
Sean
right?
Murphy.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because like we were.
I thought he was in Oakland.
No, he
Yeah,
got traded
traded.
for
It was
nothing.
like he was
For,
the
yeah,
guy
nothing.
that we were projected to get before we signed Contreras.
Okay,
Like,
so-
we were projected
I'm
to
not
trade
mad
away-
about that though.
no, me.
I'm
either.
not mad about it.
I
dude.
have-
like Wilson as our.
They
captain.
wanted
I
the
love
house for him.
They wanted Donovan and Newbar.
They didn't
and-
get back anything like that in Atlanta. Where would you put Cal Raleigh? I have him
Who?
in my top 10.
Cal-Raleigh. Big dumper.
I have him number 8.
I probably have him like towards the bottom part
Yeah.
of the top.
I was gonna
ten,
say
so, like,
9 or
from
10.
eight,
I have him and
yeah,
Moreno
8,
8, 9.
Okay, so Adley won.
Yeah,
We can
I
agree on
think we
that.
can all agree
I
on
love that you put Sean
Sean
Murphy
Murphy,
too, because I
too.
thought I was gonna get killed for that
No.
one.
Sean Minaya.
Oh my god!
It's a picture on the Mets.
Is that the Mets?
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
signed
I
it.
thought he was in Oakland too.
He was.
Okay, like literally everyone who you thought was on Oakland in 2017 is either out of the
Yeah.
league or gone.
And they haven't been on Oakland for years. Either,
Zach
so-
Greinke's still in the Dodgers, right?
Zach Greinke was in Kansas City last year,
Oh.
and he's not on a team right now.
What?
He's 40 years old,
He's a Hall of
and
Famer.
he was
we
one
literally
of.
just.
Zach Greinke's a
Zach
Hall of
Greinke's a Hall
Famer.
of Famer. If you don't,
Don't
think
argue.
you're-
If you argue that, you're an
I
idiot.
agree.
Zach Greinke's a Hall of Famer in every definition of it.
Zach Greinke's-
I don't think he'll be first ballot.
He should be.
But, like, I
Zach
think he'll
Greinke's
eventually get
Zach
one.
Greinke's one of those players that you might not think he is because of his like recent like 5 years,
Right.
but if you look at his
He's a
stats,
first
he's
ballot Hall of
insane.
Famer,
When he was with the Astros, and all,
85%.
Did you hear the? Have you heard the story of like why he intentionally got or tried to steal like?
bro,
He
Zach
got like
Greinke-
yelled at by his manager for getting thrown up stealing first or stealing second base, and he's like, "Why'd you try to steal bases?" Like 10-10. He's like, I'll be the only pitcher to be in the 10 on the
so fucking weird. Like
he's so weird.
So-
I've heard so many stories.
My
about
cousin
Zach.
used to work for the Royals in the clubhouse, and he knew Zach Greinke pretty good back then. He was like 17 or 18, and Greinke was maybe 20.
Yeah.
And you know the whole story about how he wanted to go down to AAA to play shortstop?
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
I
true.
saw them. Yeah, no.
Really?
Not true.
Really?
What I've been told, it's not true.
Is the story that like he would golf barefoot? Like, is that true?
Well, I don't know about that one. I can find out.
Call him right now. See what he's up to.
He's probably cutting grass somewhere. He's a landscaping guy.
Grass somewhere.
He's a landscaping guy.
Oh.
But he told me that he was living with what's his name? Greinke was living with George Brett at the time, and there was a tornado because it's Kansas City.
Right.
And George said, "Get all your valuables, and we're going downstairs." This man grabbed his Xbox and all his games.
Checks out. Checks
My
out.
kind of guy. My kind of guy.
I've seen so many different tweets and Instagram posts of him signing balls, and if he didn't want to sign it, just fucking chuck it into the outfield.
Yes, he does do
I've
that,
seen
yeah.
crazy. Like,
There was one. There's a video. It might be by Baseball Doesn't Exist. You know that guy?
yeah, he's fantastic.
He might have had one. It might have been him or Cut For
It
or
was him.
somebody.
He-
It was
he,
somebody like that. And it
he
was Zach
does-
Greinke is the
Exactly.
weirdest guy in the
it was,
league.
It was baseball doesn't exist.
Yeah,
But it was from a
Watch
couple
it.
years ago.
Fantastic.
Yeah, like 2 or
He
3
put
years
so
ago.
much work into his videos. That
He
I
guy.
did.
love
That
it. He
guy's
just
like-
made a great one about
him and-
baseball in Japan.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
it's like an hour-long video, but I
Yeah.
haven't gotten around to seeing it yet.
I
but
watched a
want
little
to.
bit of it. It's
Why is there a
insane.
surge
Have you-
protector under my foot?
Have you guys? Do you guys know the YouTube channel Baseball's Not Dead?
No.
I highly recommend.
Heard it.
I highly recommend checking him out because like he's just like Baseball Doesn't Exist. He does like a lot of in-depth videos. Like one of his most recent ones is talk about like the best arbitration signings. And or no,
That's an.
I think it is the
yeah.
best arbitration.
You got to put a lot of work into that one.
Speaking of
He puts a
arbitration,
lot-
Uh-oh.
how the hell did Phil Bickford win his arbitration case?
Who?
The guy that gave up Pujols' 700th home run.
Awful.
He won his arbitration case. I mean, the Mets, it was over $85,000.
Oh, he's on the Mets now.
Yeah.
Last time he was on the Dodgers.
Yeah, he got signed with the Mets.
I got so pissed off watching the Cardinals last year. I just didn't watch much
Yeah,
baseball.
they gave up. I think
altogether.
the deadline deal they gave him up to the Mets.
Yeah. I think he wanted like 990,000, and the Mets were like, "Here, take 915,000 or
Well, that's because
whatever."
Steve Conan's not afraid. He
I
knows-
can't believe the
opens check.
arbitrator let him win. He's like, "You gave
It's
Albert
crazy to
Pujols
me.
700th home run last year, but sure, we're gonna give you more money."
Somebody's got to do it.
He's
Somebody's
not
got
an
to set.
option.
True.
It's
Yeah.
Phil Bickford, and they have so many different relievers. The Mets. He's not even going to be on the team.
Fujinami's
for
gonna be
opening
good
day.
for them.
He's really, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm high on him.
Okay, so back to catchers for a second.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Wait, I want to know. Okay, so
We're gonna be on catchers for 4 days.
Sean Murphy, Will Smith.
I had Wilson 4, and then Yenier Diaz.
Who did I?
Yandy
Who am I
Diaz.
missing? I said.
I have
Just wait till we get
I have
there.
Wilson at
What?
5 and then Williams.
I don't even know who Yandy Diaz is.
Isn't he like the
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, he's so good.
Rays? Isn't he?
Yeah, he's so
Who?
good.
Yandy
Thought that was a
Diaz?
name I made up.
So
Yandy,
good.
Yandy, whatever.
Whatever.
He's so good.
So good.
All right, let's move on to all-time
Okay,
first base.
all-time first, but we know you're number one.
Albert.
Albert.
Yeah.
I have Albert
Yeah.
first.
Albert.
There's not a.
Here's the thing.
There's not a
the first
debate.
base is tough because everybody has played first base at some point in time.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, Bryce Harper.
predominantly, yeah. I had to put him
Like
at,
Mickey
on the
Mantle
current
played.
list. I
Stan,
hate
Mickey
that.
Mantle
I know,
both
me
played
too.
first
It
at the time.
sucks.
Who?
Albert or Bryce Harper's on my current.
Yeah,
first
they
base
moved
list
Bryce
'cause he
Harper to
had
first
base now.
base. So.
Because he can't throw. He Tommy
Because it's
John.
Tommy
Yeah,
John,
I mean,
I just don't like that.
He'll be all time, or like for the rest of existence.
It'll probably prolong his career.
Same with
though,
Mookie
so-
Betts. You better put him in second.
That's
I had him in
weird.
second. Yeah,
That's weird. Yeah,
I don't know.
So Albert, we all agreed number one.
Yeah, 100%.
it's close.
But who?
1A and 1B between Pujols and Lou Gehrig. I mean,
I put Lou Gehrig too.
like I wouldn't.
Jimmy Fox,
arguing,
3?
I'm not arguing that
No.
Pujols is in the top 5 because like or is like that top 2 because that 10-year stretch is.
It's the best in the
Yeah.
history. Nobody will ever top that, ever.
He's right up there too with Hank Aaron and Willie Mays and Joe DiMaggio is like
Yeah.
the best right-handed hitter ever.
Of all time.
I think Albert is the best right-handed hitter of all time.
I give a slight edge to Hank Aaron because like Hank Aaron's like longevity.
Oh,
If you
yeah, he
look
was
at Hank
right-handed.
Aaron's if you look at Hank Aaron's longevity,
He was
it's
great every year of his career.
It's like he has his peak. He's like one of those rare players. Who's like his peak and his longevity like match
Just
up.
match.
It's like Stan.
He was insane.
Yeah.
Now, are we
I have Lou at. I have like Lou at 2 and then Pools at.
I
Or
had.
Lou at 1 and Pools at 2.
are we taking steroids into account?
I switched those two. I did.
You take them out? Steroids guys
No,
out?
I left.
You
I
got
left
McGuire
him.
in there?
I didn't put McGuire up there. No.
I wouldn't have McGuire.
You got
I
Barry
don't
in
think
there in
he
the
was
outfield?
second up there. I put Barry number 1 in the outfield.
I won't
I'll
put Barry in the
spoil
outfield.
that. I put Miguel Cabrera 3.
I would agree with that.
100%. Yes, respect to
And
Miguel
then
Cabrera.
Frank
yes.
Thomas 4 and
Nah.
then Jimmy Fox 5.
I
Who
put
five?
Jimmy Fox.
Jimmy
4
Fox 4,
and-
Frank Thomas 5.
Ugh.
Frank
I don't
Thomas.
think Frank Thomas was.
Was it Frank Thomas that just got?
I would
compared
honestly
to
take
Walker?
I would take
don't
Jim
remember.
Tomei over Frank Thomas.
I
I would
put
agree with that.
7.
I would agree with that.
I would put Jim Tomei 5.
It's fair. That middle ground's pretty interchangeable there
Right.
between.
You have
4
Tomei
and
at 7?
Yeah, I had Joey Votto 6.
What?
Yeah, I think Joey Votto's.
Joey Votto's probably not even a Hall of Famer.
Whoa, there, guy.
Well, yeah, I saw. I don't know
Slow
about
down
that.
a little. Well,
I
Well,
smell-
now they let everybody in.
I smell
So
an interest. We have an interesting idea for a segment. Hall of Famer.
Famer
Like
or
we
not.
all.
Bartolo Colon,
No.
no.
He fall off the ballot.
he won a Cy Young.
So
So did fucking
Tim
Rick
Lincecum.
Porcello.
Jose Abreu.
Oh, yeah.
The perfect one. Rick
You know,
Porcello.
Verlander should have won that MVP, the MVP, the Cy Young that year.
Correct. Yeah, Rick
Do you remember
Porcello.
what his wife said on Twitter?
I'm supposed to fuck him or something like that, right? Yeah.
Kate Upton said, "I'm the only," something like that.
Lucky man.
What a lucky guy! Like
Right,
you
go
could
home.
you could like give up 10 runs in an inning.
You go home and
you
fuck
go
Kate
home and like you go home to Kate Upton. It's like
Right.
It's like God damn, I
God,
sucked at my
life
job.
is not that
oh hey,
bad.
hi Kate. How you
I'm
doing?
making $35 million and I'm sleeping with Kate Upton.
So great.
Sign me the
He,
fuck up for
honestly,
that.
I remember hearing about this. So you remember he was in Detroit for so long and they sucked toward the end of his run there,
Yeah.
and he gets traded to Houston. Well, his wedding was planned for October that year because he was playing in
Yeah, I
Detroit.
remember that. They delayed it.
He wasn't gonna make the world. He wouldn't make the playoffs. And game 1, he's pitching game 1, and Kate gets a text from her mom. Oh, Italy's so nice. Wish you were here for your wedding.
Do you know that Tommy Edman had to like postpone his wedding his rookie year?
I saw that.
because they
yeah.
made the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be.
But
up.
like you play for Detroit for so long, you know they
That's
suck. You don't think you're getting traded, and then all of a sudden, oh, I have a ring. I got 2 rings now.
You probably wouldn't know him, Jack, but Cole Tucker's the same way. He sucks, but he goes
know.
home to Vanessa Hudgens every night.
Yeah, Cole
What?
Tucker, bro. I thought Cole
I
Tucker
know who Cole
was gonna
Tucker
be
is.
something.
Oh, you do? He's
Wait,
awful.
no, I know Kyle Tucker is.
Yeah, no.
that his brother?
No.
No. Cole
Kyle
Tucker,
Tucker's on the-
Preston.
bro.
Preston.
Let me tell you something. Cole Tucker's
Vanessa
bounced.
Hudgens.
awful.
Cole
man.
Tucker's bounced around with the Rockies and the Pirates and haven't.
He's
been
on the
able to make
Mariners
it.
now.
How did
He's terrible, but he's got Vanessa Hudgens. So who
He's
cares at the
lucky.
end of the day?
I was looking at Joey Votto's.
he's a
stats.
very
Us-
lucky man.
Us 2000s kids,
I don't know,
man.
man.
Vanessa Hudgens. Whew.
What was she in? High School Musical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched.
I don't know if I would put Joey Votto 6th all time.
Yeah, you're delusional.
Yeah,
over there.
He's-
I was a little. I think I've took too much recency bias.
mean,
I put
his-
Paul Goldsmith 10.
His,
She married that guy?
Yeah.
How in the world did he get her?
so
Oh, he had 500 last year.
well,
He
one
had
at bat,
3 at
or
bats
two-
or
yeah.
4 at bats.
2
Two
RBIs.
at-bats?
No, 8 at
I
bats.
took a
He
drink.
Oh, he went 4 for
went
8.
4
wow.
for 8 with 2
Well,
RBIs.
shit, put him in the Hall of Fame.
You almost made me spill my water.
So yeah, Joey Votto's a career 294 hitter and only has 350 home runs.
I want to know how he got
Yeah,
it.
maybe 6 was a little too
Um,
much.
Yeah.
His
I
WAR.
put-
I don't even have him top 10.
Am I allowed to mention WAR?
I like
No.
War. I like War.
His WAR 64.
WAR is a brain dead stat.
Bad.
So is that like what's Miguel Cabrera's WAR?
I think it was.
War
90s.
to me,
I had Johnny Mize
67.3.
8 and
Wait,
Todd Helton.
Johnny Mize, I like that. Johnny Mize.
I had Todd
Johnny Mize,
Helton
okay.
at 9.
I like that.
Miguel Cabrera's
That
WAR
was
is only
fair.
3 higher than Joey Votto.
Not Joe Medwig.
I didn't put him on there.
Joe Medwig's a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
I thought he was
played
in
him
the
at 20.
As you just said, they let everybody in there. So
Not in the
Put Cole
30s, they
Tucker in.
didn't.
well, now they put
the
more.
sample size was so small in the 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you
Shit.
had to compete with fucking Babe
Babe
Ruth.
Ruth.
Grocery
and,
baggers and Babe Ruth. Like,
fucking Lou Gehrig and Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb. Like, average players could not compete with guys
Yeah.
like that.
So we all in agreement on top 5, though?
yeah. I think,
All right, let's move on to
it's
second.
similar.
One and
Hey, we got to
Gotta
do
do-
current.
We'll
first.
come back to that.
current day.
Because we're gonna get in a wormhole of current stuff, and we're not gonna get out.
No, well, we get a wormhole no matter what we talk about.
Okay,
so we might
do
as
you
well
wanna
do.
what do we do?
Let's go around
Present?
the horn all the time, then come back at current.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Let's move over to second.
Second base.
This number one, if
But
you
he's
guys,
gonna put Altuve.
I'm not gonna put Altuve at one.
He's on my list, but he's not.
He's
number
on my
one.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
it's
one
just
is
up on my top.
the most obvious answer, and if you guys don't say it, I'm gonna be mad.
Joe Morgan.
Rogers Hornsby.
Rogers Hornsby,
Yeah, Rogers.
Joe
I
Morgan.
put Joe Morgan.
I was gonna. I put
I think Joe Morgan's 2, 3,
Three.
You also had
4
to-
at the highest.
Well, I'm also taking into consideration like the era that they're playing in.
I have Jeff Kent in my
I
top
thought
five.
about
I think.
that, but I don't know. There
Hornsby's
wasn't many present day for second basemen that are really.
I think I have Jeff Kent top five.
I have Craig Biggio in my top
I should have.
five.
I forgot about him.
Craig
I,
Biggio.
I'll go Biggio two,
I put Biggio.
Morgan
4.
three.
Joe Morgan.
I put Jackie
Uh,
Robinson number 2.
have to
I
put
put-
Jackie Robinson.
He's in my top five, but
I went Hornsby, Robinson.
You gotta
Morgan,
put Robinson.
I
Biggio.
put Jackie four, Jeff Kent five.
Jackie Robinson's like
I should've
not
put
only
Jeff Kent.
like in
We're
my
missing
opinion-
somebody big on that
Rod
row.
Carew.
Weird ass batting stance. Rod
Weird ass
Carew.
batting
Weird
stance.
ass
Worked,
batting
though.
stance. It worked, yeah. One of like the best.
I feel like you have to put Jackie Robinson top 3 just based off
I mean,
what
yeah,
he did
I
for
agree.
baseball.
If you talk
I
about
put
the
him in-
most,
I got him four.
if you talk about like the most impactful like people, not just
Jackie's
like,
number one.
athletes,
Number
but, like, he's
one.
up there with like
Michael Jordan.
Gandhi and
Because nobody talks about Larry Doby, who was the first black player in the AL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's no.
I mean, he was
talk
never
about that.
good. I mean, he was okay.
Jackie Robinson walked, so Roberto
Everybody else
Clemente, Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey Jr.,
Bob
like, all
Gibson.
these, Bob Gibson could
Yeah.
run. Like he walked so everyone else could run.
I mean,
And the stuff that he had to deal with, and the fact that like he couldn't, like he had to just like sit there and take all the hatred
I
that
don't.
was coming towards him. And props, he's a stronger man than I am because I don't know if I would have been
100%,
able.
yeah.
to.
You know, I don't know if this is something to be
you've heard all the stories
ta-
about
to s-
like how
talk
his,
about
like,
good or
teammates
bad
would,
or not.
like,
But you
react
remember
towards him.
when he got spiked?
Yeah,
You know who that was?
Enos Slaughter.
Yeah,
My cousin.
Oh shit.
Really?
Like way down the line.
Yeah, not as
He-
cool as that guy, but
He's a Hall of Famer.
yeah, he is.
Enos Slaughter's a Hall
Yeah.
of Famer.
But more people saw my cousin pitch.
Exactly.
More people remember my cousin.
That's
He
true.
didn't
They
spike
do.
Jackie Robinson, so
Huh?
he didn't spike Jackie Robinson.
No, but he did get hurt in the
Modern day
playoffs.
man.
No, but
Manny
apparently he
Machado.
ripped a urinal out of the wall after a bad start. I don't remember what team he was pitching for, but like he ripped a fucking urinal out of the wall after he was mad at a.
I didn't
inning.
know that. That's fucking.
That's like
That's
a story,
awesome.
That's a story I've heard like my mom and dad tell me like several times that I was like way too young to remember that.
Man, we got to get him on the show.
Yeah. Let's get one show out first.
Yeah, let's see if this one actually.
Ever gets on
so
air.
How about Tuve at 5?
I had Altuve 10.
Do you 10?
Okay.
Okay.
I had
I have
Ryan
him, like,
Sandberg
set.
at 6. I
Okay.
put Jeff Kent on there at 7.
Okay.
Chase Utley at 8.
Do you?
Okay, I like
think-
that.
That's not bad.
And
Yeah.
Chase Utley's
I
criminally
hated
underrated.
Chase Utley.
I hated him
as
too.
a
He's-
kid. Oh my god.
He is criminally underrated.
I
He
agree.
is.
I don't like him, but yes. And
Do
I
you-
put Napoli.
I was a
at
big
9.
fan of him and J. Roll back in the
Do
day.
you think that Altuve could crack top 5
Yes.
at the end of his career?
Yes.
I think when it's all
If-
said and done, you can make the argument for him being in the top
If
five.
I mean,
look
he has a
past
chance to be
2017.
most. You know who
I
we're
just-
missing?
Who?
Pete Rose.
Was
Pete
he
Rose
second
played
baseman?
everywhere though, didn't he?
He was
And he's a
known
lefty.
for second base.
Was
now.
he
He was a
primarily
lefty.
second?
We're not talking about.
lefty.
We're not talking about lefties.
Well,
Well,
I must
lefties usually
be.
don't
I'm
hit
gonna
the
miss
infield.
Pete Rose somewhere. 'cause
Pete
I
Rose
don't-
is
Remember how awkward
You don't
Matt
have him
Carpenter
anywhere?
was at third base? Remember how awkward Matt Carpenter was at
Matt
second as a
Carpenter
lefty?
threw-
Oh,
Matt
big
Carpenter
time.
threw right though.
Why is
He
this?
did?
Yeah,
I
He
do
throws
feel like
right. He throws
Altuve
right.
could end up top 5
bats left.
overall because
Did he play second? I'm looking.
There's like 17 chords under my feet
How the
right
hell do you
now.
spell Pete? Jesus
there's
Christ.
just not a lot of longevity.
P-E-T-E.
It's been a long week, all right.
It's Wednesday, buddy.
Exactly.
Yes, you cannot put Pete Rose
Pete
in
Rose.
second
Yeah,
base.
Pete Rose
He
played.
played a
outfield,
total of
first base,
400
and
games
third
at
base.
second
Okay.
base. So
I did not
What
know
position he mostly play?
literally everywhere.
According to his
But
baseball reference,
outfield.
outfield,
I did
first
not have
base, and
Pete
third
Rose.
base. So
Looks like left field.
So what position are we putting Charlie Hustle on? That's.
Oh, you're doing
you-
third.
We could go
I
a couple
respect that you
directions.
skipped shortstop.
No, I do third.
I know, yeah.
One. That's how it's scored.
I know,
that's how I
but
did it.
One,
normally
two, three,
the
four,
people that
five,
aren't
six.
educated about baseball,
yeah, they think that
they just
shortstop
go.
spot. Is
Yeah,
there. Yeah. It's,
I know how to
Okay.
score.
third base all time.
I feel like
You
the
could-
first two are interchangeable.
You could go a couple ways.
For who? Let's hear your opinion.
Could be Mike Schmidt.
I put Mike
Yeah,
Schmidt
Mike
one.
Schmidt
Mike Schmidt's
won.
Could be
yeah.
Brooks Robinson.
he's two for me.
Could be Frank Robinson.
Oh, Josh doesn't agree with those.
I should have put Brooks Robinson higher. I put George Brett too.
Oh, George. I didn't
Love
even think
George.
about
He's in
that.
my top.
Arenado
Bro.
could be up there.
I put him 9.
I think you can make that argument.
9.
Yep.
I agree with that. Nolan Arenado's only like
He'll be
32
higher.
years old.
Yeah,
He'll
That's
be
true,
higher,
he's
but
young.
now
Nolan
he's
Arenado
not.
has time.
he's still like technically in his prime.
I put Brooks
Yeah.
Robinson.
Like I know he had a down year last year, but like his down year is still better than.
Where'd
most
you
of the
put Brooks
fucking league.
Robinson at?
8. That's too low.
Good.
Eight.
That's like
Yeah.
way
He's-
too low.
I
Who'd
should
you-
have switched him away.
He's got 16 gold gloves.
Yeah, I didn't do enough research.
So we go
Wade
Schmidt.
Boggs.
I put
Bro,
Wade Boggs
everybody know the
3.
goodness
I forgot
of
about Wade
winning
Boggs.
Wade Boggs.
Who do you have two?
Joe.
Brett.
2, and then Adrian Beltre 4, Chipper Jones 5.
Ooh, I don't
Love
know.
Chipper.
Beltre at 4. Wow.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That's a lot of recency bias.
Yeah, I put a lot.
I
of
mean, he did get
respect.
3,000 hits.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
played from 94. He got drafted in 94.
Good lord, did he?
Yeah.
Did he get drafted or was he an international signing? Because he was Dominican.
could-
Is he Dominican?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had Eddie
He was a
Matthews.
rookie in 2094.
Yeah, he played a long time.
Adrian
He played for like 22 years.
Adrian
Played
Beltre's
forever.
first season was 1998.
Yeah.
That was
Played
close.
a long time still.
But yeah, I'm trying to look.
I
He
had
hit 286, almost 500 home runs, over 3,000 hits, almost 100 WARs. So I mean,
good defense.
I feel like 4 is
Multiple
fine.
time Gold Glover.
Yeah, I feel like 4 is fine.
One
I
of those
put-
players like he's also like one of those players you never hear.
A bad thing
any-
about.
No.
I was like,
He's
let's be honest, Arenado's going to get
beloved.
nowhere near 100.
Where do you have A-Rod?
shortstop because he played shortstop for the biggest part of his
No, he didn't, but
well,
His
pre
peak
steroid.
years,
his prime.
Shortstop.
Yeah, I guess.
I had
Well, he was technically still in his peak on the Yankees, but
Eddie
He sucked in the
Matthews
Yankees.
6,
he's also a piece
Scott
of shit.
Rowland 7, Robinson 8, Nolan 9, and then Ron Santo 10.
Ron Santo.
There was a whole lot of people you could put at third base for 10.
Oh, yeah,
I
like
figured.
I
it's-
wouldn't put Ron Santo.
Charlie Culberson.
Yes, pitcher Charlie Colbert.
Yeah. We need to sign him as a reliever. He's
All
right
right,
up our
so
alley.
shortstop, moving on.
Yep.
This could go a couple
This
ways.
is so-
Yeah, I feel like this one's
is so
pretty good.
wild. This is-
This could go a couple different ways.
Who would you put number 1?
Cal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Captain
I
Cal.
can see it.
I didn't
Yeah.
do a good job with errors. I put Honus Wagner number 1.
I would.
Well, let me look at his again, I need to look up stats for these
I had
people.
Cal at 3. I had A-Rod at 2.
Where's Ozzy?
4.
Okay.
Jeter 5.
I wouldn't even have Jeter 5.
Jeter
I
has
would
to be in the
swap.
top 5.
I
As
would
much as I
swap
hate
those
Derek
two.
Jeter.
I would swap.
I would have
Ozzy
Jeter
and
5.
I have
Or
Ozzy
lower.
I have Ozzy at 5 and then Jeter at 4.
I have Ozzy at
They're-
2.
They are interchangeable.
I think
'Cause,
that's
like,
biased.
I,
It
I
is.
love Ozzy. To
Well, my
death,
buddy's
but, like,
dating his niece, too.
His offense just like wasn't
Huh?
anywhere close to what his defense was.
Guy I know that I
Oh,
went to high school
that's
with
right.
is dating Ozzy's
I-
niece.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, no.
Jesus, I didn't know Honus Wagner had that high of a WAR. Holy, 131.
Like he's one of the guys like who also like made baseball like what it is. today.
Yeah.
If Wilt Chamberlain doesn't count, Honus Wagner doesn't count.
What was Honus Wagner's career high in home runs? 10.
We also
Well,
played in. He also
Before
played
they
in,
had fences.
and he
That's
also
crazy.
played in the dead
That
ball
in
era,
in
like-
1901 he had 6 home runs but 126 RBIs.
Jesus.
Insane.
I
That's wild.
wish that could happen nowadays.
I had Ernie Banks 6, Robin Yount 7, Barry Larkin 8, Pee Wee Reese 9, and Alan Trammell 10.
Okay, that's a pretty fair list.
Yeah.
What about Omar Vizquel?
No.
What about J. Rawl?
You're probably 12.
He would have been close.
That's fair. That's fair. I respect
His
it.
peak was really good, but
Where do you have Johnny Peralta?
one of my favorite players,
I loved him
I
so
loved
much.
Johnny Peralta.
but not that good.
Am I
So
one
he
of the,
was
am I one of the
good
outliers?
Really good.
you didn't like Johnny Peralta?
I didn't hate him, but like
He spelled his name
He
weird.
only had like
Rough.
2 good years here. The
Yeah.
other 2 were awful.
He set the home run record by a
Johnny
Cardinal
Peralta and Jed
shortstop.
He was-
Jerko era.
like he was
Yeah.
Great
the-
time.
He loved it.
2016.
he
yes.
was
They were
good
so
for-
bad then,
It was
too.
so fun. Like they had some. Like,
I went
looking
to a
back,
game
They
where we
made some
lost.
incredible plays, too, for
Yeah,
two
they
bad
just had some
defenders.
fun teams.
I went
For
to a
two
game where we
bad
lost
defenders.
22-2 to the Marlins and Jed Jerko pitched the last inning and dude, it was amazing.
You actually stayed for the whole game.
You remember when Yachty
I don't
pitched?
leave.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
leave
leave
baseball.
You remember when Yachty
No matter
pitched?
Oh yeah, how could you
I
against
love
the
that.
Rays, right?
I love.
Yachty and
No, the Pirates.
Yachty and
Oh,
yeah,
it
Pujols.
was the Rays
against
and the
Pirates.
Pirates,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was both. And then
Yeah.
Albert pitched against the Giants. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Albert
then,
was
and
having
then
so-
MLB just like
I
Albert
took that
has-
season for granted, man.
That was-
I took
Yeah.
that season for granted.
I didn't. I went to one game.
I went to so many because all I wanted to see was Albert hit 1 home run and I couldn't see it.
I
think
saw
I
his
went to-
I saw his first and I only went to 2 games and
Oh,
I saw
lucky.
his
I went to
first,
two. I went to 2 that year. I went to a day game against the Padres because I got that for Christmas because I
It
wanted.
was
to
late in the season,
Because I
right?
want. No, it was early in the season.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
It was
yeah.
like in June.
That was
I
the year
think. It was like
before.
the
Albert
first day.
sucked though for the first 3 months.
He only hit 4 home runs
two
in the
games-
first.
The
Home
two
run derby
games that I
3
went
months
to,
or
Pujols
whatever.
didn't play, and it pissed me off.
I remember because
Because like the day after the Padres was like after he had that walk-off sack fly, so I'm like, oh, he had a
Yeah,
walk-off.
I was at that game.
Okay,
Yeah.
I went to the game after that, so I'm like, oh, he had a walk-off. Like, surely they'll play him.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
That second half of that season was
So
magical.
crazy.
Yeah, like,
I remember the last game.
It was
I
the
went to-
definition of a storybook ending.
yeah.
Albert's first at bat at Busch Stadium was a home run, and his last at bat was a home run.
Yeah.
That's insane. That'll never
It's a
happen
shame.
again.
It's a shame.
And
that-
he had more extra base hits than strikeouts.
He was
He's an anomaly.
undefinably good.
There'll never be another
Wasn't
player
it the
like
same
him.
way with him against the Cubs? His first hit against the Cubs was a home
Yeah.
run, and his
Yeah.
last hit
How
against the
fitting
Cubs
was
was a
it
home
too?
run.
Like his last at bat against the Cubs was
A home run.
six-
Yeah.
It was so
Was it
fitting.
694, 695? I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
96,
I think.
Yeah.
Was it
I think
94?
I think it was 96.
I remember because the home run I got to see him hit, it was against Chris Bubich on the Royals.
This is gonna
That was so bad.
this is gonna bug me until
Yeah.
I figure it out.
All right, let's move on to outfield.
We did outfield as a collective.
Yeah, I did
I
outfield.
I agree. Cause like literally,
It's so hard.
I
Can we
think
all agree on number one?
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron.
Josh.
I put Willie Mays number 1.
I can see that.
I
argument.
almost would.
I can honestly see that argument.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
All right,
come
Jack's
on.
getting ready to leave.
Josh, that's pure delusion.
What?
The Mike won't vote higher.
What?
Willie Mays number 1. That's pure delusion.
where would you
How
put
is
Willie
it-
Mays?
3.
Clearly we will switch Mays and Aaron because I have Hank Aaron at 3.
What the heck is
Shit,
that?
I don't know. That was something with this
You
shit.
just kicked the
chairs
table.
today.
That's interesting having Hank Aaron at 3.
I put Barry Bonds too. Just steroids are not that.
I'll have
sick.
I know. Okay, I know steroids are not. I don't hold the
But
steroids
why did
against
I-
Bonds, but like at the same time, I'd put an asterisk
Yeah.
next to the years that
Yeah.
he did steroids because like
I
you'll
agree.
never be able to convince me that he would have broke Aaron's record without that.
No.
Because like you
I
shouldn't be hitting 50, 60, 70 home runs
At
when you're
40.
like late 30s, early
Yeah.
40s. Yeah, like that. shit
That's
just
it's
doesn't
not.
happen.
Yeah, no. I got. Let's see. I got Aaron 1,
Mhm.
Babe Ruth 2, Willie 3, Stan 4,
Me too.
Ted Williams 5.
Me too. I have
I
the
got-
same.
Exact same.
Yeah.
I got-
Stan and Ted.
I got Hank at 1, Willie at 2, probably Bonds at 3, Griffey at 4, and then Stan at 5.
Oh, Ted Williams.
Griffey at
I
4.
forgot about Ken Griffey.
Ted Williams,
Oh.
Ted Williams just barely misses out.
You're gonna
Well-
be happy to know that Mike Trout has fallen off my list.
Yeah, buddy.
I forgot about Ken Griffey.
Dude, if
I
Mike
mean-
Trout has one more good full healthy
How
season,
about where?
he's right
Where do you have
back there.
Mickey Mantle's probably 6.
I just
Yeah.
put Griffey at 6.
Yeah, I mean,
Griffey? Is
Griffey-
it's all close, man. I mean,
Griffey at 7.
that
I have Babe Ruth at 7.
I would consider. I consider
probably
Babe
consider
Ruth
him
more
Get,
of a
get the
DH.
crack pipe out of
I
your
would
mouth.
put Babe Ruth more as a DH.
Yeah.
Because like if he
Because
played today, like he would be.
I didn't know where else to put him, and I had Mantle 8.
because there's
Ichiro
no
9.
way that
Did you guys do DHs? Top 5 DHs?
I just did
We could
David
do-
Ortiz.
It's
Baker.
Poppy.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
it's
we can
it's
always-
Poppy or Paul Molitor.
Poppy.
Paul Molitor's a DH.
Oh, what's his name?
Edgar.
Or Edgar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had them one too.
Those are the only 3 DH Hall of
Yeah.
Famers.
I had Ty Cobb or Ichiro 9 and Ty Cobb 10.
Oh, I forgot about
Nice.
Ichiro.
He had to have Ichiro on there.
Yeah.
Ichiro's.
He's-
Ichiro would be in my top.
I got Ichiro 8,
got it.
I guess. I
I
don't
think if you were to be able to consider his Japan stats, he's
Number 1.
yeah, like
Ichiro's the best pure hitter of all time.
yeah.
It was
Especially in
695
modern
against the
day,
Cubs. 695 was that was gonna bug
Yeah.
me, so I had to.
I
go
think
all
he's
the
the best
way- I
pure
had to
hitter
go all the
ever.
way to, like freaking Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, you can make that argument.
You guys got pitchers too?
I did starters and relievers.
I'm
I
not
just
doing
have
relievers.
starters.
I
just
would
have
not
starters.
be able to
I
do
just have
relievers.
starters.
It was hard to do relievers.
Yeah.
Well,
Because-
Rivera, Hoffman, Suter,
Oh,
I had Rivera, Hoffman,
Walt-
Eckersley,
Eck, Smoltz.
Goose Gossage, Billy Wagner,
okay, I was gonna say Billy Wagner.
Fingers,
should be in there.
Lee Smith,
Raleigh
Bruce Suter,
Fingers, bro.
Craig Kimbrell, and
Bro,
Kelly.
if you think about those old
Jason
relievers that the
Ishinghausen.
Athletics had, bro.
about no bias.
I'd have some. Jason Ishinghausen better than Mariano Rivera. No family bias in there
No, none at
whatsoever.
all. Starters.
Starters.
All right.
We're
Josh?
probably all over the place on this one.
Yeah, I have Bob Gibson 1.
I got Sandy Koufax 1.
Bob Gibson's the best pitcher of all time.
I would like to say that, but I'm trying not to be pure Cardinal bias over here.
I don't think that's pure Cardinal bias.
I-
The mound changed because of that.
Yeah.
I have Gibson in my top 5. He actually.
I got Bob too.
I got Bob at 5.
Ooh, we have 4
Jesus.
pitchers in front of Bob Gibson.
I have Bob at 5. Nolan Ryan at 4.
Nolan Ryan was very good.
Greg Maddux at 3. And then
Jesus Christ.
honestly, 1 and 2 for me flip a coin between Pedro Martinez and Randy Johnson.
Pedro Mart at number 1.
It's a coin toss between him and Randy Johnson.
Where's Sandy Koufax in this?
He didn't have enough longevity. I take longevity into
Yeah, you almost have to.
his peak. Okay, he had
Randy
a great
Johnson's
peak, but Randy Johnson had a combination of a great peak and a great longevity.
Randy Johnson was terrible for the first 10 years of his career.
I don't know if that's.
He dominated the steroid era, though.
What year did he get drafted?
I don't know.
Or what year did he come up? Like
Hang on.
88,
I looked-
89?
It was,
I
it
looked
was
at his
88.
whenever
88,
we
he's
had
rookie in
we had this
88.
conversation like
He
a few days
didn't
ago
get
in
good
class.
until 98.
Bro, first of all, in his rookie year, he was 3-0 with a 2.42 ERA. Then yes, 89, 99.
How many years did he walk over 200 people?
Randy Johnson
Most of
had
them.
a 2.32 ERA in 2002.
You're saying how many times did he?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying he was better when he got older.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He
Yeah,
sucked
so
when he was young.
Which that
And then he
is
had lunch with
generally
Nolan
the
Ryan.
case.
He
Yeah.
also pitched 225 innings at the age of 41.
Which is insane.
like
Didn't
that's-
Wainwright do that one year?
no,
Not that much.
not 220.
Do you have Doc in your top 10?
Like, are you saying that Randy
Uh,
Johnson's bad because his
Roy Halladay?
career
Yeah.
ERA is
No.
1,
I had
3.2?
Gibson, Greg.
All right,
Maddux,
here's a question for you guys. Chris Carpenter or Roy Halladay?
Roy Halladay.
Probably Roy Halladay. Yeah, as much as I love
He had
Chris
13
Carpenter.
seasons with over 200 strikeouts.
I mean, that's insane.
Like that's
Now
Yeah,
he,
but-
he did lead the league in
That is
walks
wild.
3 times, but
okay.
still.
But like when you also
I know.
when you also strike out like that many people, I
That,
think you
to
can
me,
forgive the
takes
walks.
it.
But he won like 3 straight Cy Young awards
Oh,
in his
that's-
mid to late 30s.
I'm saying
like that,
I have him in
the
my
middle
top
of the
5.
steroid era. That's crazy.
I have him top 5.
Like, I can't ignore that. Like
I just don't think he's number 1.
I have to. To me like that. What sets him apart as one of the goats because like
And I have Nolan Ryan like 7 or 8.
I have Nolan Ryan 3.
Oh, okay.
I went.
Nolan Ryan
Gibson-
has to be top
yeah.
3.
I was gonna say he has to be top 5.
I put Greg Maddux too.
okay. Yeah.
Gibson, Maddux, Ryan, Cy Young, Randy Johnson,
Only
Tom
if
Seaver,
Mike Maddox was better.
Pedro Martinez, Roger Clemens, Sandy Koufax, Clayton Kershaw.
Koufax at not.
Kershaw, yes,
I'm out. I'm
he's
done.
the biggest Kershaw hater.
Kershaw.
I understand he's bad in the playoffs.
Kershaw
but he has
can't-
literally never been bad ever in his career in the regular season. Ever. I mean, he has had the most insane career, and it's never talked about because of his playoffs. I get it, it's bad, but he is so.
He's horrendous in the
he's
playoffs.
Still so
you can't be
good.
top 10 if you can't throw strikes in the playoffs.
His
I mean,
career ERA is 2.48.
it's so
Holy
good
cow.
in modern
He's
times.
better than
Yeah,
I
like
thought.
He's 200.
We
I know
have
wins don't
people
matter
who-
anymore, but he's 210 and 92.
Like
We
so
have people who
good.
talk about like how the ball
Wins don't matter is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Wins.
they don't matter anymore.
Adam Wainwright
do,
said
but
it best. Wins are the only thing that matters.
If you go, it's just not fair. If you go 8 innings, get taken out of the game, a reliever gives up. Your offense gives you 1 run, and the reliever
Bro.
gives up 2 runs, you lose.
That
That's not
2014
Story of
Clayton
Adam
Kershaw
Wainwright's life.
season,
fair. Correct, but
That
and
po-
Jacob DeGrom.
Watching him in the
Yeah.
postseason though made me so happy.
I
Yeah,
would
me-
put DeGrom over Kershaw.
That's a
He's
wild
injured
take.
too much.
That's a
Yeah, he
wild
is
take.
So is Kershaw.
No, he's not.
No, not as much as DeGrom. DeGrom misses seasons all the
Every
time.
other season.
yeah, like
He'll win a
Um,
Cy Young. I would have Max Scherzer.
Dude, the
Scherzer
2000
and Verlander both over Kershaw.
Verlander.
No.
There's an argument for Verlander. I
Verlander's arguably top 5.
kind of that's wild.
That yeah.
I said
That's a hot
arguably.
take.
I said arguably.
That's not as bad
Now,
as saying
he
Mike
did win
Trout
a
was
Cy
never
Young at
top 10.
41 or whatever.
Mm,
So yeah, the
I don't think I said
the
that.
2014 Kershaw
whatever,
season was
top
insane. He was 21 and 3 with a 1.77 ERA.
Yeah, and Wainwright should have won.
6
a Cy Young.
complete games that
It's
year.
insane.
Like
Wainwright threw 4 that year.
It's just not. It's not
Well,
comparable. Clayton Kershaw is so good.
you know how, but you also know like the media doesn't give 2 craps about the Midwest. Like they're
I
like,
know.
I
That's
know.
why I think Kershaw's overrated because they don't give Wainwright the respect.
My best friend's a Dodgers fan, and he hates Clayton Kershaw. Thinks he's so bad, and it pisses me off so much. Like even
Oh,
an
I mean,
older
obviously, like, the
Kershaw, I would
playoffs-
kill to have him.
the Cardinals have 100 wins in the regular season and then
Like he's gonna
lose
listen
in
to
the wild
us.
card. You don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Right.
He
But
doesn't
that's
like
the same
any of
with
us. He won't
Kershaw. It's
listen
like
to
he
this.
can go 21 and 3 with a 1 ERA, but then get blown up for 10 runs by the Diamondbacks and they lose,
Yeah.
and then nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
But
about
also, that's just stupid.
because you got to take it. I mean,
I
it's
think-
not fair to not look at the regular season.
I think wins are an important stat for a starting pitcher, but it's not the end all be all stat in my opinion. Like I would rather have I would rather have a guy like DeGrom who had a season where he had like a 8-8 record
yeah.
with a sub 2 ERA.
With
Than a guy
stupid
like
strikeout
Robbie, or
numbers.
than a guy like Marco Gonzalez who
Oh my god.
had like a 8.
Cardinal.
We're gonna murder
Hey,
him this year on the Pirates.
Yeah.
Talk
like
about
an 18-win
random
season,
Cardinals you were huge fans of.
but
Marco
for-
Gonzalez.
Matt Bowman
Sam Tuivailala.
loved him.
Oh, my sister loves Sam Tuivailala. Just
Fun
his last
name.
name.
Yeah.
Miguel
That last name
Sokolovich.
I really
Yeah.
Tommy Pham.
At the
I was a
same
big
time.
Tommy.
I did not.
I was a big
Tommy.
Tommy
We
Pham
had-
guy. I was
so
a
It's
big-
just because Tommy
Sokolovich-
Pham and Mike Schilt had the same eye problem. That's the only reason Tommy Pham played.
He's just arrogant.
What?
Like
That's my hot take of the
It's
day.
kind of crazy. You ready to go back to present day? I think we're at
We
first
have,
base.
did we do relievers
First
already?
base. You already went through the list, but dude,
Relievers.
relievers are so hard.
Yeah,
It
because
is, it really is.
I would not have Kenley top 10 though.
He's really
Kenley
good.
Jansen was very.
He had a couple good
He's still
years.
not bad.
It sucks,
400
that he, it
saves.
sucks that he had the heart problems
Yeah,
because
'cause that
if he didn't,
He would have been
he-
even better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love Kenley
he
Jansen.
got 400 saves. He could be up there.
think
450.
I think
He'll
you
be,
make.
you
You
can
throw
have
Smoltz in
a
there,
I think
Hall
you
of
make an
Fame
argument
case
for
for
him being
Kenley
a Hall of Fame.
Jansen.
Oh,
I'd throw
He's
Smoltz in
a Hall
there.
of Famer no matter what.
I don't
think
think
so,
he.
too.
I don't
Won't
think
be
he'll
first
be
ballot.
Yeah, he
No,
won't be first.
agreed.
No
He'll be on the
reliever will
ballot.
ever get in first ballot again.
I hate that.
Yeah, but you're probably
I
right.
agree.
I don't think Rivera should have got 100% of the votes either.
I don't
That's
think he should.
crazy.
I don't think he should.
100%? No.
Greatest closer of all time.
I don't think he should have been the first guy.
No.
to
No,
get
I agree.
100%.
Not the first.
A lot of
think
guys
he
should have had
deserves it.
100%.
I think Babe Ruth, or I think like Hank Aaron should have gotten 100%. I think
Tom
Ricky should
Seaver.
have gotten 100%.
Jackie Robinson.
I think I
Jackie
saw the other
Robinson.
day.
Wait,
Babe
you didn't
Ruth
have
only
Tom,
got
did you have
85.
Tom Seaver on your list?
Yeah.
What's crazy is that Jack
than
Robinson
that.
didn't get 100%.
Oh, who else?
Well, I mean, at
Willie
the
Mays should've
time,
been-
a lot of people
Willie
didn't like
Mays.
Well,
him.
I mean, I
Tom
guess.
Seaver's 6.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth should have been. Yeah.
Babe
Ty
Ruth only
Cobb.
got like 85%.
Where was Ty Cobb?
I put him up there. I put him at
He's my top 10, but like.
I put him at 10.
Okay, now we did every position. Now let's do top 5 all time.
Did we not just do that?
No,
Just-
overall.
Oh, all overall?
Oh,
that's
overall.
crazy.
Overall. Oh, wow.
I have no idea.
I'll let you go first since like you have this on the top of your head.
Oh.
I need to think for a little bit.
Hank Aaron,
All right.
Babe Ruth.
Okay.
That's tough.
Wait,
I
so
would talk him-
which order are you going? 1 to 5?
1
or
to
5
5.
to 1? So you have Hank Aaron as your best of all time.
I
Okay.
think Hank. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Hank Aaron's the goat.
Babe Ruth at 2 is
You
insane.
throw Ty Cobb in there.
Uh,
I'm going to go Albert 4.
Albert's top 5. I think
100%.
back in the top 5.
Okay.
I don't know.
we might just be able to come up with a collective list because
Those 3
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
Willie Mays should be up there, I think.
I agree.
Back end.
I know you want to put like Barry Bonds on there, don't you?
No.
Barry Bonds is in my top 10, but he's nowhere
Yeah,
near my
no,
top.
no.
Barry Bonds is not on my list.
Barry Bonds is not on my list either.
Yeah. And I think you could probably.
Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth,
Hank Aaron for me.
Willie
it goes,
Mays, Albert Pujols,
Jim
and
Edmonds.
Mike.
Jim
Yeah.
Edmonds. Yeah, as a broadcaster.
For me, it goes. That's still
He's
generous.
yeah,
Calling him a
he's
top 10
Yeah,
broadcaster.
he sucks.
He's better than Greg Brown.
For me, like
What do you got against that?
I don't like him.
I don't know who number
Because
5
I'll tell you why I don't like Greg Brown.
He's the Jolly Roger, man.
Yeah, I hate that.
raise the
At
Jolly
first,
Roger.
I hate that.
They're gonna be raising
And
a lot this year.
The
too,
day
I'll
I
tell you
stopped
that.
liking this guy is McCutcheon didn't deserve that MVP.
Oh my god.
wild.
Okay, before we
That's
can we finish? with
Hold,
the
let me
first
let
one?
me let me. I
Before
started.
you go into some stupid takes, like let's get our.
Well, there's a reason that the show's called Down
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Wall.
That's
I mean,
true. Get your takes out of the way. Then we'll go back to our present day list.
This is the last one I got
Yeah.
for now. Greg Brown, when McCutcheon didn't deserve that MVP. Yachty did. He stole that MVP from Yachty. I don't care what you think. Josh, shut your
It's
mouth.
like the year that Tucker Barnhart stole the Gold Glove from Yadier Molina.
He did.
Yeah.
He did steal that. But that's for another day.
Tucker Barnhart sucks, but
Yeah, he did.
He was good that one year.
1 year. Yep.
No. So, do you remember McCutcheon was getting hit all the time after he broke his ribs?
Vaguely.
He jumped into the wall and broke his rib. Missed the ball, I think. Could be wrong.
I mean, yeah, if you're hitting a wall that doesn't move, it's kind of
Yeah,
hard to catch.
yeah.
Yeah, well, he broke his rib.
I love McCutcheon. You're never.
And-
wrong.
I love Andrew McCutcheon.
The diamond.
He's like the
playing
nicest
diamond,
person.
Playing the Diamondbacks, and he gets hit, and I hear Greg Brown scream, "I'm sick of the reigning MVP getting hit." Ever
What's
since
wrong-
then, I
what's wrong
hated
with
him.
that? You know how many times?
Passion.
You know how many?
Ever
times,
since then, I've hated.
you know how many times Chip Carey said reigning MVP about Goldschmidt?
Oh my God!
Well,
Have you
he
heard him
wasn't
talk
fussing
about
about
Acuna
him.
and Freeman when we play the Dodgers and the Braves?
Well, Chip-
He wasn't
Blazes
fussing
him.
about
Well, duh.
I
Yeah,
have an
because
issue.
makes sense.
Chip
That's-
was.
That's
bro.
why I don't like listening to.
Think about Chip though. He went from broadcasting the Braves, who
The
were
Cardinals.
guaranteed playoff team, to the Cardinals, and it was like cool, but the Cardinals weren't supposed to be as bad as they were. So he was probably depressed as
He
shit.
created an Instagram since he joined, or he came to the Cardinals, and he doesn't follow
Hey,
any Cardinal
Arenado's
people.
on Instagram now.
I saw that.
Better
Was he
follow
not
him.
on Instagram before?
No, he just launched
Yeah,
it.
just the other day.
Hey, Aaron, that's the good thing about our star players. Goldschmidt and
just off
Arenado
social
both
media.
never had social media.
Which-
Arenado's into it, and they're like everyone's like, he's
You
gonna
think they
publicly
had like a
request
private
trade.
account?
No,
You don't think so?
Goldie doesn't. I'm
Goldie
surprised
doesn't
he-
even speak to anyone.
Goldie probably lives in the
I
woods.
would be surprised if Goldie has electricity in his
Goldie,
house.
Goldie lives in a.
I mean, he lived in Arizona for a
huge
long
house.
time.
He does strike me as like
My-
the kind of guy
yeah.
who just like lives a private life.
Yeah, like
And I respect that. Honestly,
I do too. Yeah,
I respect that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, he doesn't watch film of himself either.
He's just so old.
If you didn't know that, he doesn't
I
watch
don't
film.
surprise me.
Who's more old school, him or Bumgarner?
Bumgarner
God,
sucks.
Goldie.
Hey, more than Bumgarner?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Bumgarner is like
the fucking bull rider.
Bumgarner
Like,
still hates bat flips though.
he
I didn't like that
Okay,
for a
bro,
Bro, the
while.
whole
Yeah.
thing between
I
him and
didn't-
Muncie
I
was
didn't
so
like bat
funny.
flips for a
Remember
while.
when him
Even,
and Joe
like,
West
around
stared at each other down one day?
2018, I started to come around to bat flips.
I
'cause,
like him.
Bat flips are great.
After
Here's my,
Batista's.
here's
Yeah,
my
it was
thing.
sick.
Like,
that was the revolution.
here's the thing about Bumgarner.
Tom
that pisses
Lawler's.
me off.
Yeah.
With
Tom
Bumgarner's,
Wallace.
like
Yeah, way
Tom-
before its time.
Tom Lawler's a wrestler.
Tom
What
Wallace.
are you talking about?
Tom Lawler is a wrestler.
Lawler.
Tom Lawless is a baseball player.
But no, going back to Bumgarner, like the thing that pisses me off the most about him is like if he shows you up, he'll be like the first one to like pump his fist and all that crap. But if you hit like a 450 piss missile off him and you flip your bat,
Yeah, you best not.
He's gonna
Gonna hit you in the
fight.
head.
It's like okay, so it's okay when you do it, but when I do it,
Well,
it's-
guess what?
It's possible that we ended his career.
he's
The
not signed.
2023
Yeah,
Cardinals ended his career.
That's possible.
How?
Because
Don't
we
say, don't say
scored
that too
like
loud. Don't say that too loud. We
13
might sign
we
him.
lit him up and he got DFA the day after.
Oh, yeah.
and he has not been signed
Yeah,
since.
nah, he hasn't-
Don't say that too loud. Don't say I might sign him.
Yeah,
Bring back the nostalgia.
Oh,
my
God.
God. Mosaic better watch.
Let's do. I don't know if you guys thought about this before you do modern day. How about top 5 broadcasters, baseball broadcasters,
Currently or
All
all
time?
time?
all time?
I couldn't
All
do.
time,
Well,
man.
Vince Scully's
Vince
Vince
Scully,
This
Vin
is
Jack
Scully's
Buck.
number one.
This is like no particular order for me, but like
Yeah, I don't need order.
Vince Scully,
Jack Buck.
Jack Buck's up there.
If someone says Joe Buck, I'm walking.
Harry
Joe,
Carey?
I'm just kidding.
Harry Carey's got to be.
Harry Carey has to be up there. Yeah.
Harry-
Bob Costas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Bob Costas. Oh,
And Matt
crap.
Vasgersian.
Matt
I
Vasgersian
like
is
Matt
great.
Vasgersian. I don't know if he's top 5.
Well,
Maybe
we're
top
missing
10.
we're missing a big one here. Give me the Cat Hayes.
Well, he's
Regional
not
cable journalism. Maybe he can come on the podcast.
oh my, that'd be
You know what?
I love that.
If we could get anybody, it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Jim Hayes, if you're
Seems like he'd
listening,
do it.
please
Come on down. The Lindenwood.
Text me at 618-704-5792.
You wouldn't know, but top 5 current day, like broadcast.
Joe Davis.
Matt Vasgersian.
I love Joe Davis.
I love Matt Vasgersian.
Is he? Do you consider? What does he do anymore?
It's an Angels
Joe
guy.
Davis.
Does he do Angels every day?
He
think
does some
so.
of the Angels. And,
he used to suck Otani off.
Well, everybody did, and for good
Who,
reason.
who didn't suck? Otani?
Jim Edmonds.
If you call it no, we're talking about play-by-play, not color.
I might
Oh,
walk out. I might
Oh, you
walk
didn't
out.
ask that.
The Padres booth is fantastic.
I like Gary Cohen.
No, they're not.
Love that. What
well,
I
he's
love that
great.
call. I love that
He's
call.
great if they didn't glaze Tatis every time he
Correct.
caught a ball.
But okay, like yes, the glazing on Tatis catching balls like that's like if it's a simple.
But he's a insane. He's
Don
great.
Orsillo's
Tatis
love him. Love
Tatis
him.
is fucking.
I like Gary Cohen.
I don't care what anybody
But
says.
yes,
like,
I'm a
hate
big
the
I'm a
Mets,
big
so
Joe
I'm
Davis.
I like.
fan.
I don't care what anybody says. Tatis is a top 10 player right
Is
now,
Hawk still announcing?
and he's arguably the most.
Well, hey, we're gonna get
What
into that in a
about,
second.
He's
so hold on.
arguably.
You're not gonna like my list.
Oh my god. Okay.
Tatis
What-
is
what about
up
the
there with
Yankees
Acuna
guy?
is
What's his
arguably the
name?
most
Oh, what's his
entertaining
name?
player in baseball.
Oh my
He's-
god, I wanted him to be the Cardinals announcer.
Michael
Is that
K is
bad?
phenomenal.
like him.
When he called the Cardinals
Or
base
John
in the
Miller.
playoff game last year
I
or
hate
2 years ago,
2022.
I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that Juan Yepes home run was great. I was like,
I love it.
What's
Because
his?
of
He was the one that
I
used to
miss
sing
Juan
about
Yepes.
Brian
I
McCann,
kinda
right?
hate him.
Yeah.
Yes,
I hate
McCann can. That
No,
guy.
that's their radio guy. I don't know the
He's
name.
really good.
Yeah, he's good. He just says some stupid shit like about
Does he?
makes
what
rhyme.
the really old
Who doesn't,
Yankees.
honestly?
Yeah.
He doesn't
Dude, the
sound like he's old.
Santonian home runs, bro.
I like Stantonian home runs. But
Remember when he kept
He called
calling
Gary
the Stan home
Sanchez-
run when it hit the green monster and didn't leave the stadium?
Yeah, I
He
remember
used to
that.
call Gary Sanchez a Sanchez.
Bro, Gary
That,
Sanchez still
um,
isn't signed, bro.
He'll sign.
He needs to go to the Rockies.
Oh my god, he'd
Be amazing
kill
there.
there.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't kill there though?
True. Nolan
Yeah.
Jones is insane.
So
because of
I
course.
was sitting like in the front row outfield and went against the Rockies, and Nolan Jones was out there, and I looked at my friend. I was like, dude, he has the best arm in baseball. Just watch it if he gets a chance to like gun somebody out. And he
It's the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
I don't know. It was on when I turned.
he had a chance to gun like Wilson Contreras out at the plate or whatever, and he completely
He doesn't know what that does.
Hey, this is our first time in the booth.
That is true. Worst case scenario, we could just. Worst case scenario,
we're good. He completely missed anyway.
We're an
He-
hour in, so
Yeah.
He hit the backstop. He didn't. It wasn't on any hop or anything, but.
I like Nolan Jones.
Me
I
too.
think
They
he's
are
gonna
ranking
be
him
good.
way too high on MLB Network, third best, whatever the
Not
fuck.
that
outfield.
good.
That's
but
crazy.
Top 10, yes.
Yes, but they're just trying to give the Rockies any respect
Yeah.
they can because
They don't have
Lord
none.
Almighty, Charlie Blackmon sucks. So
Charlie Blackmon used to be so
that's a
good.
sad.
did.
That's
See, that's back where I'm at back in the past. Is Charlie
I wish I could.
Blackman's
I wish
top
I could
left
stay
fielder in the
there.
league.
Charlie Blackmon was amazing.
I like
If
Charlie.
He was
If
hitting
you
like
get-
330 for a
If
while.
you get the chance,
30
like
homers.
watch a game in Colorado and like
I've been.
Charlie Blackman's walk-up song is pretty cool.
Oh, when they say, I love that.
I think Charlie
Love
Blackman's-
this.
They need
Like,
more
the
of
whole crowd
that.
just goes,
I think the
Yeah.
Bryson Stott does that with the Phillies, where they sing.
We tried to
along.
do that with "Must Be the Money" with Nolan Gorman, but nobody catches
Yeah,
on.
nobody-
I
no,
do
but
it.
I was like,
everybody's
dude, we
fucking
need to
lame.
do
I
it.
don't know
still
that
do.
song.
They do it
Cardinals
with
are lame.
Shea Langoliers in
Ride With Me by,
Oakland does the
Nelly.
same thing, and they do
If
it.
I heard it, I would know
the
it.
three fans that
Yeah,
Oakland
all
has do
24
it.
fans
They
can stay
do.
along.
I was about to play them.
If the-
Yeah, we don't need
probably
copyright.
Yeah, if the three fans in Oakland can do
Yeah,
"Must Be
we
the Money"
should
for
be
Shea
able to.
Langoliers, we need to do it for
I
Nolan
agree.
Gorman. Like, bro, it's
Oakland has good fans.
they
Yeah,
do.
they're loyal as hell. There's just
They-
not a
yeah.
lot of them.
Okay, let's do current.
All right, first base.
First
Ryan
one,
Howard.
We're doing
He
5.
wasn't even that good in 2017. I have 10, but you could do 5.
He had 30 home runs in 2017.
Current first base. Man, see, I go blank
yeah,
when I'm
Matt
trying to
Olson.
think.
I
Matt
have
Olson's
him at
number
2.
1.
Okay, I have Matt Olson at 1.
Freddie Freeman 1. You can interchange.
Yeah.
those.
That's stuck
They're
in my head.
pretty-
I'm basing it.
You're welcome.
Freddie Freeman had
now
such a
because
good season
not
last
because
year.
of him. Ride with Me by Nelly stuck in my head.
Who got Jolene stuck in my head yesterday? He got Jolene stuck in my head yesterday.
Freeman
That's a great song.
Freeman 1, yeah,
It is a great
honestly.
song.
I can see it.
Olsen 2. There's no debate there.
Yeah,
I have
Flip-
Yandy Diaz 3, which might be a hot take, but I really
I don't know who Yandy Diaz
I don't think
is.
so.
that is a crime.
That's a Jack take right there.
That's not a Jack take. I don't necessarily think so.
That I don't know who Yandy Diaz is.
That you
Oh
don't.
yeah,
I mean,
he should be.
It's a Rays
I mean, the
player,
Rays,
man.
yeah, they don't really market.
I know Randy Rosarena.
Yeah.
Do you
That
remember this?
motherfucking
Do
name
you listen to
Randy.
101 ever?
No.
One of the
Shane
guys
McMahon
on
did
there
not make our top
wrote a
5.
song, and it was like
Hmm?
I just realized
something
Shane
like
McMahon did not
Casablanca.
made-
Yeah.
but it was Rosarena.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame, Jay.
Okay.
You remember that?
Number
Goldie at
don't
4, I
remember
have
hearing
Goldie.
about
I think it was.
5,
It might have been
Bryce Harper.
Ferrario.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
We have like the same list.
And I had
I can argue. I can get with that.
Bryce
I can
Harper
get
at
with
5.
Pete Alonso 6,
Love
Seven.
Big Meat Pete.
Big Meat Pete. baby.
Christian Walker 8, Tristan Casas 9, and
dude.
Spencer Torkelson 10.
Okay.
Which
I love
10 was
Tork.
hard, but he had a good second half.
I
He
think
was
Christian Walker is still underrated.
I feel like he could be above
He saved my fantasy
Guerrero.
team.
I-
like the
oh,
1 year I did
mine
fantasy.
too.
The 1 year
You're
I did
so
fantasy.
good.
I didn't do
Fantasy
it last
baseball is such.
It's hard to
like,
keep up
it-
with.
It's so season's so long.
I'm in a
It
league
pissed
with
me off
Emilio
so-
Pagan. I don't really know how
It
that
pissed me off
happened.
What?
so much that I just quit.
What'd you say?
Like I'm
I'm in a
league
fantasy
with
league
those
with him.
players.
You probably don't know who Emilio Pagan is.
I
But
don't know the name.
I know the
he's a
name.
reliever.
I was
Oh,
gonna
He was in a group chat. I sent the link and he joined. I was like, okay, like
I was thinking Angel Pagan.
good pull.
Love Angel
Pagan,
Pagan.
say
Yeah.
that guy.
Okay.
base.
Do you agree with our list or?
Yeah, I have no.
Yeah, I think
My only-
top 10,
my
first
only,
base top heavy.
The only thing I would switch around was I'd put Olsen at 1 and Freeman at 2.
Yeah, it was.
But I also
close.
wouldn't argue with saying
Yeah.
Freeman's better.
I
than
also
Olsen,
might.
'cause
I
can
could
see that argument.
see Goldie at 3-2 depending.
I really like Yandy Diaz, so I value him higher.
But Goldie's like
yeah.
also on the wrong side of 30.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but-
but honestly, Yandy Diaz isn't far from it. I think
Goldie's
he's
also one of
32
those
as
players
well.
that could just instantly bounce back though and hit.
Yeah, he'll be insane
320
this
again.
year.
You never know.
Like he's one of those guys. Like anytime, I don't think I've ever seen him hit a ball softly.
No, he
Like,
does everything.
Everything he hits, just like a
The off field.
He hit. I was at a game last year, 2 years ago. He hit a ball so freaking hard, and it just went straight up in the air. And he hit it so high. He didn't. It wasn't even that he hit hard. It just went so high, and it just carried forever. And he hit like a 430-foot home run, and the ball went 2 miles up in the air.
I've seen some fun Goldie moments. I was at his his 3-homer game in Milwaukee,
Oh, that's great.
and I saw him at the walk-off grand slam against the Blue Jays. I was at both walk-off
that's
grand
I was
slams
supposed to
against
go
the Blue
to.
Jays.
I was supposed to go to that game with my best friend, but I had
The
to-
only
game.
Like,
walk-off
I
I've ever
wouldn't-
been to was when Matt Adams hit a walk-off. Wainwright pitched like 8 scoreless innings, and he pitched
Oh,
horrible.
Was that against
The Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
2013 wasn't it?
It was.
Yep.
He pitched horrible in that game, but somehow he went 8 innings and didn't give up a run. Give up like 14 hits and no runs.
About Adam Wainwright.
I've seen a few
Yes.
walk-offs. I was at the.
Yeah, I've seen a couple myself.
I was at the
So I
Gyro
listen.
Munoz.
I was too.
Walk-
That's my
Yeah,
favorite
okay.
game I've ever
I
been
love
to
that.
against
Gyro
Felipe Rivero.
Munoz, bro.
Oh my god.
Josh about jumped out of the chair when he heard that.
Is my favorite game I've ever been to. It's so insane.
What was it? 26? No, it was 2015. Whenever we had like 3 walk-offs against the Padres.
Yeah,
the Pirates.
yeah.
I was
yeah.
at the second of
Colt
those.
Wong.
Oh,
I was at the Matt Carpenter sack
Yeah.
flies one. Yeah.
is that the same weekend against the Pirates?
Yeah,
Well, like Adams had a walk-off single.
I think Colton Wong. had a good
Adams
home
had
run.
walk-off single on Friday night.
And then a walk-off home
Then,
run.
Carpenter had a walk-off sack fly on Saturday, and Wong had the walk-off
Yeah,
home
that's
run.
right.
and-
Remember Wong
I
hit
was
that
like-
walk-off in the World Series in the playoffs?
Yeah, against the
Remember when
Giants.
Wong got picked off in the World Series?
Yeah,
Yeah.
With the
Except
best
for
hitter in the
Tom.
world at the plate?
Remember when Colton Wong got traded to LA last year and hit a home run in his first game?
Oh.
Yeah,
Wong was on the Dodgers last year.
Yeah, he got traded.
Yeah,
the
second
Mariners
half of the
traded
year.
I
him.
don't remember.
He was on the Mariners?
he was
Yeah.
terrible.
He was on the Mariners for a couple years.
He was, yeah.
Just
Second,
one.
second, huh?
Just one.
Oh,
Oh,
second baseman. Or
Rookie
you?
bats.
You have
This table's
6 to 10
falling
over
apart.
here.
don't know.
6 to 10 for the first base.
Yeah.
Alonso, Guerrero, Walker, Casas, Torkelson.
Guerrero didn't deserve cover athlete.
No.
Just saying.
He's good.
I thought it should have been
Top 5 of second base. I know my number 5 is probably a hot take, but
My whole top.
Boy,
10
I swear to
hot.
God.
what?
If you say something stupid like Altuve not being
You
top
could do
5.
some good.
No,
You could do some
Altuve's
good
on my top
conversation.
five.
with second
Altuve
base.
is, but
I have him at 4.
I have him at 4 also.
Oh,
Ha-Seong
no.
Kim is number 5.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that. I have him at 8 or
Ha-Seong
9.
Kim
but
is so
I
good.
like.
He's
Ha-Seong
very
Kim.
good in the video game. He's that
He's very
monthly
good in
award
real
card.
life. Last year he
You,
was
did you use
amazing.
that card?
Yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
remember who he was. Guriel or something, Junior.
Lourdes?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
that card. He had a 97 overall monthly awards card in a game, and I hit so many home runs with that card.
Elvin show's great. It's my fault. I said cover athlete.
That card was so good. Like I would still use him now if I play it now. I would still use him
He's good.
over like all the 99 finest.
Yeah.
I would take Gurriel.
Yeah, you're gonna notice that Luis Ariz and Nolan Gorman are not on the top 5 list. So
I didn't put
I would
Gorman
consider
on there.
Gorman like more of a DH.
Yeah,
well,
I do too.
that's what he should be, but that's not what the Cardinals are doing because they want him to hurt his back every time he goes and plays.
Does he get a bad back?
What's your top 5 for second base?
So Ha-Seong Kim is at 5, which
Okay.
I love him.
I have Matt
so.
McClain at 5.
I have Matt
Thought you
Carpenter
might.
too.
I love Matt McClain.
Huh? You did Matt Carpenter hit too. Matt McClain. Matt McClain's probably my 6, to be honest.
Zach Galoff is my 6. Oakland second base.
so
He had
good.
such a good second half.
Yeah.
He's going to be so good this year.
Number 4 is Altuve.
Yep.
I have.
Altuve 1,
Marcus-
Carpenter 2.
We're not
2017.
even listening to you.
Yeah, no.
I have. Staring at us. I have
He's just
Marcus
chasing
Simeon at 3.
I have him at 2.
I put so much respect on Ozzy Albies.
I have him at 3.
He's at
Yeah.
number 2,
Yeah.
and then Mookie
7.
Betts.
Mookie Betts at 1. I had
I forget that Betts moved to second base.
Yeah,
Galoff, Gleyber Torres, Brendan Donovan, Kim, and Bryson Stott to round out the top 10.
love Brendan Donovan.
I love Brendan
I
Donovan.
respect
too.
that.
I
A lot of good conversation to be had around second baseman. There's a lot of
good second
parity.
basemen.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the second base.
that one was the hardest position. For
They have
me.
Jackson Holiday listed at second base on this website.
Really?
I'm at shortstop. He's on my
Where would,
list.
I thought he played third base.
No, he's a shortstop. You're thinking of
He's huge.
who the hell am I thinking of?
Gunnar Henderson.
Yes, thank you.
He plays shortstop.
Yeah.
He's like 6'7".
There's like 3, 6, 7 shortstops.
Since when?
Wait, Jackson Holiday is 6'7"?
I don't think so.
But he looks like he's okay. I was
The
gonna say he
Cruzes
looks
are.
like he's 12.
Jackson Holiday looks like a woman.
He does look
Like I remember
just
the
got
day he
married.
got drafted. I looked at him. I'm just like, you're still 12. Like you look like
Yeah.
you're
He's
12.
6 foot.
But he can hit a
even.
ball better than I
Oh.
ever could, so I can't
So
say
not
anything.
quite 6'7".
I thought he was huge. I thought he. Oh, I mean, his dad's like 6'5".
Oh yeah, Matt's like 6'2", or 6'3", 6'4".
So are we when we do shortstops right now?
We gonna do shortstops first. before third
Yeah.
base?
Are we putting Gunnar Henderson in there?
No, I put him at third.
Okay. I'm just looking.
I'm a little
kind of-
too comfortable in this chair.
You look comfortable, so.
I've kind
top
of been swallowed by the
target.
chair.
The
For a
top
guy who's like wearing a
7
suit, you look like you're mighty comfortable.
Yeah, like I've
Yeah.
never seen somebody so comfortable in a suit before.
Huh?
Never seen somebody so comfortable in a suit before.
If he wouldn't sit there, I'd put my feet up on the chair.
Low-key, I'm tempted to put my feet up on the desk. I'm not gonna lie.
Number 5 for shortstop for me, even though his
Mine's a hot take.
defense is atrocious.
Trevor
I
Story.
put Bo Bichette.
I have
Oh.
at 4.
That was
Because
close.
his defense is awful.
I have JP Crawford at 5.
Yes, Mariners love.
Yeah.
Carl
we love
Crawford.
that.
Loved Carl
Carl
Crawford.
Crawford was an outfielder, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
His
Sorry,
son's on the
Brandon
Phillies.
Crawford.
Brandon Crawford.
I said the wrong name.
Kicking around somehow.
My-
He was solid.
He's still on the Giants.
He's a
Isn't
free
he?
agent.
Free
They,
agent.
they
okay.
let him go. They won't.
And then I mean I feel like
think
4 to
they'll
1 is
It's like
duh.
I
Like,
have Seager 1, Turner 2, Witt 3, Bichette 4,
I was gonna
Crawford
put Bobby
5.
Witt at 2.
yeah.
You could, yeah.
I would put,
I was
um,
close with.
I have
with
Trey
Turner.
God, why
Trey
am I-
Turner at 1.
I have Seager at 1.
Seager did so.
Se- yeah,
Based
well,
off last
bias.
season, yeah. Like
Like if Seager wasn't injured,
Did he have a really bad start in Texas?
No, he was
he
injured.
got
I
injured.
think.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he wasn't injured, he
So-
could have given Otani a run for his
I would
life.
do
Easily.
So yeah, my top 5 is
Like, he could have
probably
made an argument for him winning MVP.
He was that good last
He
year.
should have
Had he
won.
not
Insane
stayed-
last
Had he
year.
not gotten injured, yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely would have
Yeah.
won MVP.
Because he put up good numbers in half a season.
yeah.
Yeah.
My top 5 is Turner,
What was his
Bobby
numbers from
Witt,
last
Corey
year?
Seager, Frankie Lindor, and then
I have
Bo Bichette.
Lindor 6.
I might as well just keep my
Bogart
should probably
7.
keep my laptop up instead of like pulling up my phone.
Jackson Holiday 8.
He hadn't even played a game yet.
I mean that's a
He's that
fair
good.
rating though. I
Carlos Correa 9. Dansby Swanson 10.
was gonna say where's Dansby at? That's low.
Not high on Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson got traded straight up for Shelby Miller.
I'm surprised to not.
And Ender Inciarte. Who was,
I'm surprised
That was
to
part of
not.
that trade.
Yeah.
Here you have O'Neal Cruz or Ellie De La Cruz.
To answer
Ellie
your
would've been
question, Jack,
11.
in 119 games last season, he hit 327, 33 homers, 156 base hits. How many RBIs did he have? 96 RBI.
Dang.
Big numbers.
In 100 games?
Had a 150 or
He would have hit 50 if he was healthy.
119. A
Oh,
390
yeah.
OBP, 623 slugging, 1013 OPS, and an OPS plus of 170.
It's third base.
Jose Ramirez is
Number
number
1
one.
is Jose
Yep.
Ramirez.
Yeah,
Right,
and then
yeah.
Nolan.
Golden Glove boxer.
Yeah.
Yep,
Love that.
You have Nolan at 2.
I do. And then Gunnar Henderson. And then
Okay, so you're just disrespecting Austin Riley like crazy.
Yeah, I would put Riley at 2.
I would put Riley at 2 also.
I'm at 4. But
I'd put Riley at 2. as much as I hate the guy, Machado's at 3.
I have Manny at 5.
And
So we're just keeping Devers off the top
then
5.
I'd
'Cause
put
6.
Then I'd put
shit.
or Arenado at 4, and then Devers at 5.
That's agreeable. I think a lot of Gunnar Henderson, so I keep him. Oh, there it is.
I like Gunnar Henderson a lot, but like he's just not better than anybody I just
This
named.
tie was
Yeah.
expensive too. I don't know why.
Like, it's also he also has played like
Also, like that would be
one
like
year,
us putting
yeah.
like Josh Young in the top 5.
Yeah.
And Josh Young had an
No.
insane
First half.
Yeah.
right.
I had Devers 6, Isak Paredes 7.
Who?
Isak
Isak
Paredes.
Paredes.
That's a made up name.
No, he's really good.
That is a made up name if I've
That's
ever
not a
heard one.
made-up name.
Bregman 8,
It's spelled Isaac, but it's like pronounced Isak.
Royce Lewis 9, Matt Chapman 10.
Royce
Okay.
Lewis.
Yeah, Chapman at 10.
Yeah.
He dropped off last year.
Matt
Yeah,
Chapman.
You don't have Cabran Hayes on that list?
he probably would have been right there.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey, he's the best third
just
baseman in
not-
MLB.
he's
Dude,
just
the
not-
Pirates
he
fans are so
doesn't hit.
delusional.
Like,
Oh, I
great
know.
defense.
He just
but
can't. He's got great defense. He just can't.
It just
hit.
doesn't hit.
He just can't hit.
And
No.
the rest of those guys hit. At least
Right.
Chapman does enough.
Can we try to let's do a top 5 DH before
I mean,
we get
hang
into
on,
your
hang on,
favorite
I wanna make a
position?
joke.
And we got to do
Jose
outfield.
Ramirez.
My favorite what?
Jose Ramirez.
Your favorite position
both,
with the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
He's
We'll
a
do-
great
we'll-
hitter of baseballs and a great hitter of Tim Anderson.
Which is really what
Let's do
matters.
DHs first, just because I don't want to forget
Um,
about DHs.
Ohtani?
Number 1 is Otani.
Yeah, Ohtani.
I'll put Ozuna second. It
Schwarber.
good year last year.
Ozuna.
Schwarber.
Yeah. I'll go Schwarber. I didn't really do much thinking into this. So
Neither
this is
did I.
off the dome.
Because like literally
Schwarber's
anybody
fair.
can DH.
Yeah,
these days.
there's hardly any teams that have a full-time DH.
right. Gorman.
Jordan
Yeah.
Alvarez
If
would
you
be
count
number
Gorman,
2.
I feel like
I would-
I had him in the outfield
That's fair.
because the website I was using kind of an outfielder,
But
yeah,
he doesn't. He plays outfield, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
He
stupid.
shouldn't.
No, if you count him as a
Neither
full-time
should
DH,
Schwarber,
he's
but
number
then
2.
again, the Phillies have like nobody who can play the outfield. Good
Yeah,
at
they
all.
have a whole bunch of DHs out
Well, Brandon Marsh is
Like,
decent
they're-
center field.
Their best outfield
is on the radio.
in terms of fielding. Their best outfielder is
Marsh.
Bryce Harper, but he can't throw a ball anymore. So
there. Yeah, now
Yeah.
he's at first
He's gotta
base.
play
Yeah, so what? Otani 1, Jordan
Well, and it
Alvarez
also
2.
didn't help that Reese Hoskins like,
Ozuna's
broke his
probably,
leg. So.
if not 2, top 5. He's
Ozuna, yeah,
pretty good
he's
swing.
yeah,
Yeah,
he can hit.
He's also a
he's
great
just a
drunk driver.
shitty human being.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Marcelo Ozuna.
Oh, he's drunk.
Ozuna from the Braves.
DUI. I'm Ozuna.
He's
from
also
the Braves.
great. He also has like great home numbers. If you look like his. That's actually like my
Loves his wife.
That was my favorite. No, that was my favorite meme after he got arrested for domestic violence. It was like Ozuna's batting 1,000 at home.
Do you want to do pitchers before we do outfield since that's Jack's favorite position?
Why am I getting hate for?
Because this is
Why
why
am I getting
we
heat?
started this whole damn thing.
You want to do starting
It
pitchers?
actually is.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do pitchers.
All right, starters.
Zach Gallen,
I have him at 5. I have Garrett
yeah.
Cole number 1.
Garrett Cole is still
I
number
would agree
1.
with
Justin Verlander,
Justin Verlander is not on the top 5.
No,
No,
he
Maxwell
I don't have him in the
Scherzer.
top 10. I also don't have him.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna
top
say he's
10.
also
because of
not.
their ages, I can't.
Yeah,
put them
and
top
they were both really bad.
And
last
also, I don't even.
Scherzer wasn't.
I would
he
probably
wasn't
still have
terrible,
DeGrom
was
like
he?
4, but
year. And I didn't put DeGrom
I
because
can't
I'm
put
looking
DeGrom in
just
my
into
top 5 just 'cause of
2024,
his
and he'll be
injuries.
injured.
Yeah.
I have.
Didn't Scherzer just win another ring too?
Yeah, but he didn't do
Yeah.
anything. Well, did he?
The playoffs.
No,
he
he got
did.
traded at the deadline and he
He
got
did.
hurt. Was he? Was he good? I didn't watch much of the playoffs.
I didn't watch.
did he get
playoffs.
traded? He didn't get traded at the deadline.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Where'd
Yeah.
he go?
I watched one game and I
For
was
the Mets.
Oh, he wasn't right.
Pretty
Yeah,
drunk.
So I had it
'cause the Met-
flipped. Yeah,
because the Mets like were so
signed
ass.
everybody and then
the
traded.
Mets signed Verlander and Scherzer
Yeah.
at the same time.
Okay,
And
who,
And I think Rick
Okay.
Porcello showed up too.
who was wor-
Mike
who
or
was
Doug
worse?
Fister was right around the corner. Jordan
was the
Zimmerman
biggest-
was
Who was the biggest disappointment last year? The Mets or the Cardinals?
Cardinals.
I can
Mets.
definitely see arguments for.
I
both.
think the Mets.
the Mets.
All the money they spent, all the
They
talk
spend- they
they
spend
had,
$1
they
billion
weren't even
dollars.
That
yeah,
would
they weren't that
literally
good
be
at
like
all.
the Dodgers somehow.
That'd be like if
missing
the Dodgers
playoffs
this year,
year.
like yeah.
like the.
Not
we-
to the same extent, but
We had a lot of hope, but we didn't like do anything to make that. It was just these prospects everybody thought were going to be
And
good.
we
The
were
Mets
also-
spent all this money, and,
And
we're
we
just
were
as
also,
bad as
but like we were also projected to win our division.
Yeah.
and the Mets,
by
like,
20
It
games.
was like a
Yeah.
and it was a coin toss between the Mets and the Braves for who's going to win the
and
East.
the Mets weren't even close.
No, like they
we were all rooting for the Marlins.
Oh,
they
yeah.
finished last.
Let's go fish.
Them at the Nationals, they were really close. I think. Yeah.
The Nationals
yeah,
were like
right.
above
forget
500
that the
Yeah.
Nationals
for a
were-
time. After like 100 games, the Nationals were actually like above
forget that
500.
They have an
Nationals were
interesting
in that
team.
division sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Dude, Juan Yepes, bro, I'm telling you,
Oh, he's gonna
this
go off
year
there.
with the Nationals, Juan Yepes is gonna be insane. Same with Joey Gallo. He's gonna have his retirement
Yeah.
tour with the Nationals and be insane.
So what's
Joey
your,
Gallo's retiring already.
Well, probably.
nobody's
I mean,
gonna want him
nobody
after a
wants
while.
him after-
What's
he's
your pitcher list after? I have Cole number 1.
Sandy Alcantara.
Cole, Sandy
He's
Alcantara.
injured.
Big
I was
DeGrom.
looking just at this year, so I didn't put DeGrom or Alcantara on there.
Blake
since
Snell?
he missed the whole season.
Okay,
I have
okay.
Snell at 10.
He just won a Cy Young.
Yeah, I know. There's 9.
But he
better
doesn't go
pitchers.
deep in innings.
Yeah, there's 9.
How did he win a Cy Young?
I don't know. To be
Hey,
honest.
Blake Snell's a 2-time Cy Young winner.
Yeah, his innings.
Why does he not get credit for that?
Because he doesn't pitch a lot. His innings suck. He goes like
innings
5
are
innings,
But he's just
max.
really good in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Spencer Strider too.
Yep,
I take a
agree
lot
with
for the
that.
strikeouts.
I agree with
Who
that.
told
Who
me
won
Spencer
the
Strider was
NL Cy Young
overrated? I
last
don't
year?
remember.
Blake
Is
Snell.
he
Who won AL?
Is the guy who said Spencer Strider's overrated
won the AL?
sitting to your right? Because I would believe it if he said that.
Sonny Gray was
Cole.
saying.
It was Garrett Cole.
Oh, did he win it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
And
I
then-
didn't like him at all in
I have-
Pittsburgh. I thought he was so overrated in
Going,
Pittsburgh.
you missed out on a great joke. I just
Yeah, something you said about Spencer Strider.
I have
Was it in my
Zach
expense?
yeah.
Okay.
You have who?
I never
Zach
said Spencer
Wheeler.
Strider was
I
overrated.
know, but
Love
like, I
Zach
wouldn't shocked
Wheeler.
if you did.
Very good.
Oh, he's a good pitcher.
Zach Wheeler is insane.
And I have
agree.
Pablo
Zach was
Lopez
probably
for.
three.
Zach Wheeler is that good now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
really
so
good.
good.
He was a prospect last time I checked.
He's a
really
fucking
good.
stud.
And then
Pablo Lopez.
Like,
is
he's a
Pablo
big reason
4,
why the Phillies have
Gallen
gone far
5.
in the last 2 years.
Gosman 6, Yamamoto 7.
Kevin Gosman?
Yeah, Kevin Gosman.
He's good now?
Uh-huh.
Yamamoto's never pitched in the big leagues.
That's why I didn't put him higher.
That's crazy.
That's why I didn't put him higher.
That's
yeah.
a wild.
You can't put someone who's never played in the big leagues in your top 10.
Sure you can. I put Jackson Holiday there.
Yeah, and you're.
You got a good point.
Logan Webb 8, Corbin Burns 9, Blake Snell 10.
Okay,
I think it's fair.
that's a good.
Blake Snell's
that's
going to
a
go to
good
the
list.
Angels.
I think so too.
Mike Show will be a Cardinal.
Please. 1 year, $8 million.
I'd be fine with that.
Give it to him.
Sell the farm for Mike Trout. We'll give it. Okay,
Sorry.
hang on.
Mr.
Who
Boris is his agent. So
Who
Oh.
says no? Wait, who says no to this trade? We give you was it Henke?
Tink. Who?
Tink Hens.
Tink Hens.
Tink
yeah.
Hens and the Arch for Mike Trout.
No.
Bro.
We will give LA.
They could put
Arch.
the
Dig.
put the arch in their big ass parking lot around their ballpark.
We will
They have
give
good
the
parking
Angels
there?
the Arch. if they
Nobody
give
goes
us
to
Mike
games.
Trout.
Exactly. Perfect.
You ever
Perfect.
heard Charles Barkley talking about the Phoenix Suns
No.
and how he's saying all these things? The chips are stale on the nachos. They put pickles on them. There's no jalapenos. He goes, "What about parking? Oh, there's nobody there. You can park right up on a stadium."
Because everybody in Arizona is old, so they don't go to
Right.
games. Like, I did relievers too.
You had a lot of time last night.
I was in a staff meeting from my racing website, and I was bored. I was so bored. So I was
That's
just,
fair. That's fair.
Devin Williams is number 1.
I'm at 5. I have Joan Duran first.
I was.
Yeah, Johan Duran.
I have Duran, Clase, Hader, Edwin Diaz, Devin Williams, Alexis Diaz, Ryan Helsley, David Bednar, Camilo Duvall, and Evan Phillips.
I like that you still have Ryan.
David
Helsley there.
He's
David
good.
Bednar
He's
needs to
elite.
be lower than
Have you heard the
that.
story?
I thought about it.
Have you heard the story of like him shaking off Yachty?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that story.
How'd that
Great.
go over?
Wow.
He said like it was like a 1-2 count, and Yachty puts down a fastball and he wants to throw a slider. He shakes him off. Yachty puts down slider. He shakes him off again. So eventually he throws him a fastball. Guy fouls it or hits a piss missile just foul. Yachty walks up to him, picks up the rosin bag, tosses it down, and just glares at him. Turns around, goes back, calls for a slider, throws the slider, pop up, game over.
That's I
And that
love
was
those
his
stories.
and that was
So
his first
Yachty's
career save.
Yachty's the only guy that can get away with doing
Yes.
that too,
Yes.
because the pitcher's in charge at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, Zach Greinke calls his own pitches.
Yeah.
Lance Lynn calls his own pitches. Fastball.
Oh, Adam Wainwright towards the
Fastball.
towards
Not
the
a
end.
fast one anymore either.
No.
It's not.
Adam
It
Wainwright.
never was.
It wasn't too bad.
It was like 92.
Who?
Lance
Lance
He
Lynn.
was throwing
Okay, but that was
98,
also-
99.
No, he was not.
Yes,
Yes, he was.
When?
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Not in St. Louis. He wasn't.
No,
not
but
with
once he
us,
left, he
but-
got pretty good. Wasn't he in the Yankees at some point too, Lance Lynn?
No.
Or am I thinking of Jaime Garcia?
I loved Jaime
He was on
Garcia.
the Yankees.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
He
so.
was him coming back for Wainwright Day.
That's cool. I
Made
like
me so happy to
Yeah.
see him and Chris Carpenter together.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I'm looking at Lance Lynn right now.
You know when Wainwright did the concert in the outfield.
Yeah.
You know Chris Carpenter was in the truck with him.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
Carpenter
cool.
was up front.
In 2018, he split time between the Twins
The
and the
Yankees.
Yankees.
That's what I
yeah.
thought, but I knew he was on the
I
Twins.
forgot about that. Yeah, because
We
the
love
Twins
these
was the first place he
ex-Twins.
went to after St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember him
remember-
playing for Tony.
because I remember like
In
early
Chicago,
on.
yeah.
So what do you guys
Spent
think
some
about
time in
Tony?
Texas. He's a great manager 25 years ago.
Yeah. I
Best
don't-
ever 25 years ago.
I
Not
don't think he
now.
should have managed the
The White Sox, that was bad.
because the way that like he threw the way that like he slant was it Mikata or no
You're
it was
Mercedes.
German Mercedes.
Yeah.
It was
Hit the
German
grand
Mercedes.
slam, and it ruined his career.
No, like he
Yeah,
hit
he's
a,
out of baseball now.
he hit a home run on, like,
A
on, like,
year
a
ago.
3-0 pitch and like he slandered him.
Hit a
forward.
grand
It's like,
slam.
Okay, first of all, this is what I have a problem with. First of all, you have a position player in.
Yeah.
You've already given up at that point.
Yeah, so you might as
So
well-
why should you like not like why are you expected to not try because they have
Yeah.
a position player in? Second, I don't give a crap what the score is. If you don't want to give up a home run on
Don't
a 3-0 pitch,
throw a ball
down.
don't give a pitch to hit on 3-0. It's
Yeah,
that
don't
freaking
throw it.
simple.
No, I remember. Yeah, that completely killed your
Yeah, like-
Mercedes career.
And,
Because it
that
ruined his
also-
confidence.
Yeah, I
that
remember
also
after the
killed
game, he posted on his Instagram. It was like El Retiro with like a think bubble emoji. And
I also remember like he said like he made comments about the clubhouse, and I'm just like you're gonna lose your clubhouse,
Yeah,
and if
and he
guys
did.
don't want to play for you, I don't care how much they just realize like, hey, look, I'm making money whether we win or not,
yeah,
so I can say fuck you and go off and do this.
he ruined that team's culture.
He
The
did.
White Sox are
They were-
fucked for
Yeah.
years.
He was such a good coach here too.
That
Outside
White
of that whole Ozzie Smith thing.
That team had so much potential too, like Tim Anderson, Eloy, Luis Robert,
Moncada
Yasmani,
even really.
Moncada, yeah.
Never
Mine
panned out.
kind of never panned out
No.
to nothing.
No,
Wasn't he in Boston for a while?
1 year or one like 2 month period.
Wasn't he like drafted by Boston
Signed as an international free agent. Yeah,
for like 2 years? He was there.
I think he spent a year in the minors. Came up at the end of the year, and then they traded him to Chicago for Chris Sale, who's on the Braves now.
Man, Chris
Yeah.
Sale is a weird fever dream.
Yeah.
Chris Sale
Yeah.
on the Braves
He'll get
makes
hurt.
them the
Thank-
best rotation in baseball.
It
Chris
takes
Sale was
injury.
so good in Chicago. Remember when he cut up the jerseys
Yeah. Oh, that's infamous.
and he got suspended for it?
Yeah, you almost have to.
Yeah, but you get suspended for a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, it's
these
true.
days.
Joe Kelly got the dumbest suspension in history.
Oh,
No,
the,
I think the dumbest suspension in history is Rodolfo Castro when his phone
With his,
fell
when
out
his
of his-
phone
I
fell
mean,
out, yeah.
I get why you can't
Pablo.
do that, but like
Pablo got suspended for being on the phone in the bathroom during a game.
Pablo
he,
Sandoval was.
I
he,
think my
li-
favorite ejection.
he liked an Instagram post from the toilet, and he got suspended for a game.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I do. I
wild.
do.
I don't remember that.
He got if he didn't get suspended, he got fined.
I think the dumbest reason that someone got ejected was Adrian Beltre.
Moving the
Oh,
tarp.
moving. Yeah,
that,
yeah.
That was actually
that
funny.
was
That was Angel, wasn't
funny. Yeah, I think so.
Might have. It was a bad.
No, the
umpire
dumbest one
consistency
is
move.
Angel throwing out the comedian that threw out the first pitch.
Wait, what?
No, I said that wrong. The guy who sang the seventh inning stretch.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was
Yeah,
a big
'cause
comedian that did
He
it.
said like the umpire they played Three Blind Mice or some shit. Right? Yeah.
I heard that. Like,
Yeah.
That happened in the minor leagues like several years ago.
Yeah.
The Oregon.
No, this
That's why
happened in
minor
like the
league
80s.
baseball's so great.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was in like the 70s or the 80s, or like early days of
I've
Angel.
seen the clip that you're talking about, and he threw out the organist or something like that.
No, he threw out the guy that was singing the anthem of the
That's
seventh inning
right.
stretch.
That's right.
And it looked like a joke, but it was real. He threw him out.
You have umpires that have their feelings hurt easily. It takes over the game.
Who's the worst umpire? Joe West, CB Buckner, or Angel?
CB
Yes.
Buckner.
Over Angel?
Angel didn't play.
say
He didn't up
yes?
I
last
said
year.
yes.
What?
Angel didn't up last year, I don't think.
He didn't?
Not much.
I think one of my.
Well, he had, this is crazy. It's very funny.
I know what
He
you
had
yeah.
eye surgery, and he had to rehab in the minor leagues because he got his, because Angel got
That's
his
not.
eye.
And didn't he,
He
try to, like,
did.
sue the league because of like for racial
Racism.
discrimination?
Yeah, but he had to get, he got,
he
Angel
lost.
Hernandez got eye surgery.
Because they told him
Imagine that.
they told him flat out, Angel, you suck.
Yeah.
But he did
does.
umpire at the end in the MLB a little bit.
Did
He had a couple games, like, or at least a
Okay,
game I remember. I think he was our umpire for like one.
You know
one of
it's
my-
bad.
I think
one of
CB
my
Buckner.
favorite.
That game where Pools hit his first home run of that year, Angel
of-
was behind the plate.
One of my favorite Danny Mac calls was in spring training. I can't remember who our pitcher was.
I know exactly
But
what you're
like
talking
he
about.
throws a pitch perfect down the middle strike.
Oh, I
on
know
a
you're
3-2
doing
count,
that.
it's called the ball,
Oh, I
and
know what
then
you're talking
Dan McLaughlin, Angel Hernandez is in mid-season form.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
I
I'm
think
telling
him and
you, you
Jim
get some
were on
good
that.
stuff in spring training from the players, from the booth, everything. I love.
Because they
spring
just have
training.
fun down
Yeah,
there.
it's fun. Like it's
Remember
fun
when
baseball.
who was it that like Jordan Hicks wanted to get an inning in? They wanted him to face one batter, and he ends up throwing like a fucking 25 pitch at bat.
I think Adam Wayne. Oh no, Luis Guillorme
That's
against
right.
the Mets.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. And it
Where
was
do
a
you
long
pull
ass
these
at bat.
names from?
I have stupid memory.
Do you remember
Are
John
you pulling
Nagowski?
names?
Yeah.
I just remember.
remember the
yeah,
name. I
dude,
know
John
who.
Nagowski's crazy.
I know the name John Nagowski.
Remember Johnny Gomes?
My favorite
Oh,
spring
life
training
is-
memory though is when Yachty threw at Jose Siri.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes, because like he
And he was like,
he almost picks him off, and then Yachty just looks at him and he's like,
Also, why did Jose Siri like have a fantastic year last year? Where did his 25 home runs that he hit come from?
The Rays.
Yeah,
Just the Rays.
they do something.
They got some stupid
crack.
good team.
all
Harold
right, hang on,
Ramirez
hang
is
on.
good.
Who says no to this trade? We trade the Cardinals coaching staff for the Rays coaching staff.
The
Who says
Rays?
no?
The Rays would say no. Yeah,
Is Joe Madden still down there?
No, he was the Angels manager a couple of years ago. They fired him because he sucked.
Oh, Madden.
I don't think Madden's a good coach at all.
Not in present day.
I don't think he was a good coach even 10 years ago.
I know a Cubs fan who like can't stand Joe Madden because he thinks that Madden almost cost him the World Series by pitching Chapman too much, which he's technically not wrong.
It's a sad day that they won the World Series.
That was the day my
Yep.
depression started.
Amen. You want to get to outfield?
Yeah, we can get to that field.
All right. Where would you put Mike Trout? Before-
7.
Okay, I have him at 8 right now.
Oh, right now. I forgot.
Right now.
I am higher than you.
Right now.
Wow,
'Cause
that's not what I.
You
expect.
could
I did not
argue
expect
that
that
there's
either. Holy crap.
currently 7 better outfielders. But there's a lot of outfielders.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
a
I'm
lot of
definitely
great
I'm
outfielders.
blanking on outfielders.
Okay,
for
let me
sure.
make this 100% very clear. I have never once in my life
Oh my
said
God.
Mike Trout was not a good baseball player.
No.
No,
I said he's overrated.
No.
No. And this is why.
Let
the
me
show's
explain.
Called, and this is why the
Because-
show's called "Don't Know Ball."
Because people compare him to Mickey Mantle.
Correct.
And he's nowhere close to Mickey Mantle.
Incorrect.
No, correct.
Hang on. Was Mickey Mantle a 5-tool player?
Mickey Mantle's a top 10 player of all time.
But, okay, you didn't answer my question. Is he a 5-tool player?
Let's see. He can run.
Yep.
He can hit for power.
Yep.
He can hit for average.
Yep.
He can get a good glove.
Yep.
What's the fifth?
Good arm.
He had a good arm.
All those things describe Mike Trout.
Can Mike Trout hit?
Yep.
Can he hit for power?
Yep,
Can he hit for contact?
Yes.
Can he run?
he used to, but he still
Used
could
to.
if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Can he field?
Oh, yeah.
Does he have a strong arm?
Yeah,
5 tools right there.
Okay,
And
that's
he
like
knows the
comparing
weather.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, he's
To
a 5-tool
Mickey
player.
Mantle.
Yeah, Mookie Betts
That's
is a
fair.
5-tool. I would.
That's
yeah.
the worst
I mean,
comparison
fucking
ever.
Lars Newbar is a 5-tool player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
oh,
going to compare him to
definitely.
Mickey Mantle?
No.
No, use your brain a little
Are you
bit.
comparing Lars Nootbaar to Mike Trout? That's insane.
That's what you're doing right
No,
now.
I'm not. Lars Nootbaar's not on my top 10 outfielder list.
Yeah, he shouldn't be.
You're correct.
Lars Newbar is a solid player. He's nothing special.
He's better than
I
solid.
I love Lars, but I can't.
He's
call him.
I
solid.
got a ball from him last year.
I met him. He's a nice guy.
I just
He
don't
seems like a
get.
nice guy.
I liked him.
I've never once in my life said he was not good. I just say he's not next to Jesus as the best hitter in the league.
well-
You're right. He's better than Jesus.
Yes. Correct.
Kidding.
He had to be a walk
Okay,
out on the
I'll
first
tell you
show.
what.
Good God, you guys
I'll
are
tell you what. We
delusional.
all have
kidding.
the same number 1 outfielder.
Ronald Acuna.
Ronald Acuna.
Acuna.
And I have Juan Soto too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Three.
I can see
Thank
that.
you, because there's
I
people.
can see that. Is like the modern day Ted Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And he's only like what, 24 now?
yeah, and
Maybe
he's gonna
like
be on the
25.
Yankees.
I think he's
for-
like
Even
28.
then, like he's been around for like 6 years.
Oh wait,
Juan Soto came up at
He's no
18
older
or
than
19.
26.
Oh,
or
he did?
whatever.
something like that. Yeah.
Didn't he real full of himself?
Was Juan Soto?
No, I don't think so.
Was Juan
He used
Soto
to be.
that story where he like
just,
slept
like-
on an air mattress in AA because
Yeah.
he was, and they're like, don't you need like a bed? And he's like, no, I'm only gonna be here for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
that
and
was Juan
literally
Soto.
got called
Yeah.
up.
Oh, I've heard
That's actually
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
What does it show his age here?
Aaron Judge
25
3.
day or 25 years, 105 days old.
So he's
25 days old.
Yeah.
25 days. Yeah, he's 25 days old. That's already weird. It's been a long week.
Judge 3, Kyle Tucker 4, Corbin Carroll 5.
Corbin Carroll 5
I like
already.
Corbin Carroll. And
Yeah.
then Julio 6. I counted Jordan as an outfielder at 7. Mike Trout 8. Robert 9. And then Adolis Garcia 10.
Okay.
Outfielder's
Cool.
tough.
Yeah,
I have it for flip a coin between Judge and Soto
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
for two-
I agree.
Judge he's a freak athlete.
Judge so good.
Like,
Them
6'7",
sharing the outfield is gonna
280.
be
Then I'd
so
probably
fun.
I'd probably have Julio at 4 and then Corbin at 5.
Corbin Carroll's so good.
Julio was. I mean, he had a good second half. His first half last year was concerning though, so that's why I
Yeah.
kept him lower.
Like where he had that insane stretch where he had like
Yeah, like
16 hits in 4 games or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's nutty. Turned his season around.
Sure, they were all like singles, but
Still.
you know, yeah. It's
Who
like
was the guy?
Luis Arraez.
Was it Trey Turner who was awful last season, the first month?
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
Phillies fans were nice to him and he was
They
good.
gave him
Yeah,
a standing
That's a shock
ovation.
of, like, Philadelphia fans
Since when do
being
Philly
nice.
fans
That's
are nice
so
to anybody?
Those people booed Santa Claus.
I know.
Well, it's because-
I was going to say
so
that.
It's because
that is so
Trey
wild.
Turner did so well in the WBC. He was American.
Everyone
you know,
thought that
America's
Trey Turner-
hero.
Everyone thought that Trey Turner was getting ready to be like a top 5 player in baseball after that WBC.
I mean, he was second half. He
I
was
don't.
so good.
Yeah, he's a good player. I like Trey Turner.
The Phillies have
Every
such a
time I
good
watch-
team, and it's unfortunate.
Every
because
time I go
hate
back
them.
and watch that highlight of him hitting that grand slam in the WBC,
Electric.
I still get goosebumps.
Yeah, me too.
Microphone's a little close to my face.
It's a shame that the WBC like can't be a yearly thing.
I love it.
It needs to
It's
be.
so fun.
It needs to be a yearly thing.
I was up
I
watching
would-
baseball at 5 a.m. after going
Yeah.
to bed at 2 a.m. watching China
Right.
games. Like
Yeah.
it was so good. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Because like a lot of people, like that's how you get people who aren't interested in baseball.
You get into
baseball,
baseball. Yeah, totally.
Or makes the old white guys mad.
I mean, Trout.
Which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat McAfee makes the old white guys mad.
Sometimes you got to.
You got to change the culture,
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
like we're gonna do.
Yep. We'll get Jim Hayes in here next week.
Next week we're gonna fight about why Bo Jackson is the greatest athlete of all time.
I told you something crazy the other day.
That you say a
when we
lot
were
of things.
taping,
You
and
talk a lot.
We all talk a lot. yeah.
I'm gonna get hate for this. I said that Shohei Ohtani is already better than Babe Ruth.
He is.
It's the pure delusion.
Haha.
He's played for 4 years.
6.
I
But he's hurt for 2 of them.
I said Shohei Ohtani is
think-
already better than Babe Ruth.
Yes.
I think Ruth.
My question is then why is if that's the case, then why is Babe Ruth so high on all of our all-time lists?
Ruth.
Is this Babe
clears
Ruth?
I factored in more, like,
the
Well,
impact
because he
had on
played
them.
in 1909.
yeah. When I say Babe Ohtani's better
Okay,
than
but I
Babe
think if
Ruth,
you put
I
Babe
mean
Ruth in
about-
today's era, he could do good too.
I mean pure ability.
Ohtani's
like-
better.
Ohtani's pure ability, but his numbers haven't been there to be better than
I
Babe Ruth
agree
all
with
time.
that. I
Like
agree with that.
pure athletic ability, Ohtani
I mean-
is not even close.
I mean, Ruth.
Well, Babe Ruth
clears-
wasn't a great athlete. He was
I
just
think-
a great hitter.
I
no,
think
but
Ruth,
the whole like being able to do both kind of thing is
Babe Ruth was a drunk.
correct.
He was drunk half the time when he played.
Yeah, if you put him in today's era where he wouldn't be drunk half the time.
Be interesting.
He'd probably worse.
He'd probably be at the weight limit, to be honest.
There's no weight limit.
I mean, they made Prince Fielder lose weight.
That's because Prince Fielder himself
Fat.
probably hung over his belt.
Babe
He also,
Ruth wasn't.
him being fat jacked up his neck.
Yeah.
No, his swing jacked up his neck.
What do you guys do that every
Violent
time?
ass swing, which was very pretty.
He had the most violent swing.
Yeah.
Who has the
maybe
prettiest
ever.
swing in baseball now?
Carlos, right now?
Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger.
It's nice, but it's definitely a lefty.
It has to be.
Does Robinson Cano still count?
Would be.
He's in Dubai.
Who knows what Robinson?
What was up with that? That Dubai league with a bunch
It's
of.
kind of cool. I didn't watch it.
I
but
mean, I saw who was playing. I was like, holy cow, this is like an all-star team from 2015.
I watched the draft.
Your
'cause I was-
favorite.
Yeah,
Prime time.
Right? I mean, it Bart's
trying to think of
pitching,
good
Cano
looking
at second, Anelton at short.
Yeah, it's some fun. names.
Soto has a pretty smooth swing. I feel like.
Juan
Soto.
Soto's a
I like
fair
Soto's- I like
answer.
Soto's swing.
Telling you, it's Cody Bellinger.
Belly has some pretty nice ones.
But he could hit the ball.
It's not a righty. There's no righties.
No, it's a lefty.
I mean, it was Albert.
Albert has probably the prettiest swing.
Albert has the
He's
most
still the
beautiful
most
swing.
intimidating batting stance of anybody ever.
But it's just so relaxed.
yeah.
It's just. I've hit this microphone so many times.
I'll
Did you
go-
guys notice that?
Yeah.
I'll go Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a
yeah.
good
I'll go
one.
Bryce Harper.
Dude,
Yeah.
his swing is so pretty in the
His
show.
swing's intense.
I wanted to say Nolan Gorman, but it feels biased. But he's got a good swing too. I love his.
Does, yeah.
Because when
Harper's-
when he gets a hold of it, you know.
Walker
it.
has a nice swing
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
righty too.
I was thinking that as
I
well.
love Jordan Walker's swing.
Probably back Carpenter.
I can't wait till we have this exact conversation next spring. If we're all here still, who the hell knows what's going on with that?
Yeah, I probably will be with how this.
Yeah,
shit
me
goes.
too, probably.
I'm
Yeah,
not
none of
supposed
us
to
are
be
going
either.
anywhere.
Jordan Walker will be in that top 5.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. At
He
all.
bet
should be
you
in
they
the
would-
top 5 of first baseman.
I bet you if we did it right, they'd still let us use
I
the
like him in the
studio.
outfield. I don't think he's going to win
I
Gold
don't think
Gloves,
he's
but I
bad
think
in
he's
the
serviceable.
I
His
don't think
arm is
he's like-
crazy and he's getting better. And
I don't think he's
everything
bad in
else.
the outfield, but I don't feel 100% confident when a ball's hit in his direction.
It
Yeah,
makes me nervous, definitely.
I think 10 years
couldn't.
from now he'll be at first base, but at least for the time being, he's serviceable out there.
Oh, we don't
All
have
right,
any
hang on.
like.
we talk about how he has some hot takes.
What did you do?
I had a pretty hot.
Move the chair.
I have a pretty hot take that I've been saying since the trade deadline
gonna be
last year,
trading Goldie?
and he knows exactly where I'm going with this because he and I have had this conversation.
Yeah.
But we should trade Paul Gold. We should have traded Paul Goldschmidt at the
agree.
deadline last year
For who?
And-
Bag of.
For literally
and
anything.
convert Jordan Walker to a first.
We
baseman.
have a future Hall of Fame first baseman if we put Jordan.
We have a
Walker.
Hall of Fame first baseman right now.
Yeah, but
Okay, but who's gonna? Okay, do you feel comfortable giving Paul Goldschmidt, who's going to be 37 at the end of this year, a multi-year extension?
How
Yes.
many multi-years?
well, I think the Cardinals are looking at 2 with an option.
I would do that. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
any more than 2 guaranteed. No.
Even then, I still don't feel comfortable.
But they're going to give him like $30 million a
because we have
year,
the
and it's
potential
like.
of wasting a roster spot on him.
Yeah, I don't
There
know.
is
he's-
always that potential.
I mean, we know that Goldschmidt's not going to turn into like Carpenter, so it's not going to be that
I
bad.
wouldn't-
But
I've hated trading him, but I don't hate keeping him either. I
Well,
see the logic in
fair.
both.
were you the one that you like Lugan Baker a lot? Was that you?
I don't mind him.
I
haven't
like
seen-
don't know who that
Luke
is.
I haven't seen
Baker,
enough
but
of him.
he's not gonna play here. Like
no.
he was stupid good in the minors, but he's not gonna play
It's
here.
the same exact thing. Like that's why
With
Moises
Burleson.
Gomez
Yeah.
cleared waivers because they
swear to God,
they see
Burleson.
nothing in Moises Gomez.
If I hear that name, Burleson, I might want.
You need to relax
Elite-
about Burleson.
elite-
He's kinda-
elite bench.
That's right. I forgot.
We have an
I'm in
elite
the
bench
minority
going
of
into
people-
this
I'm in the
season.
minority of this from people who don't like Burleson.
We have an elite bench going
I'm in
into
the
this
minority of every topic we
I
have.
like Burleson, but I'd trade him simply because I don't think he's redundant. Like we have Carpenter's, we're probably going to be our go-to lefty outfield or lefty off the bench. Carlson's our 4th outfielder. Burleson can't play defense. Where is he going to play? He's not
Well,
going
it was
to
the
DH.
same situation as last year. He was
Yeah,
our
he's
fifth
just- yeah,
outfielder
he's
on the
just
roster, and he was
redundant.
there.
Yeah.
He was our 5th outfielder. He started every other game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Left field. So
That's true.
They should
because
switch-
all-
they should change the
because Ollie Marmol and him
league.
are secret lovers.
And there's 10 guys in a roster now instead of 9. There's 2 DHs. and the pitcher hits.
Yeah, then
And the
Burleson and
pitcher-
Baker.
No, pitchers never need to hit again. I'm
No,
I
sorry.
agree with that.
I disagree. It made the game better. Like,
pitchers hitting.
It could be an.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ever ask you about, but I didn't. How do you feel about the rule changes now, Mr. 2017?
well,
Even know all the rule changes?
yeah, I know some of them.
The DH is great.
I was very against
I love
it.
the DH.
Very, very against it until Albert
I mean,
came home.
I miss like John Gant hitting home runs, but
I
My mom's
miss.
favorite
pitchers-
player was John Gant.
I miss
Pitchers
Bart hitting
runs
home
was
run.
fun, but it didn't happen enough to warrant
No,
keeping
correct.
the DH.
that Miles Michaelis.
Wainwright was a great hitter.
Yes, he was. We've had some great hitting.
Wainwright
pitchers.
hit like 25 career doubles or something.
He's a good
he
hitter.
had 10 home runs.
Yeah.
And Kershaw gave up 2 home runs to Madison Bumgarner on opening day.
I remember
will
that.
never forget that.
Syndergaard hit 2 home runs off somebody too once.
Yeah.
Steven Matz hit a home run in his first game, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, I guess-
Adam Wainwright hit a home run in his first at bat.
First pitch.
Yep.
Wasn't like a grand slam too.
No.
Man, I don't know.
I think it hit the glove though in San Francisco, didn't it?
I think so.
Or it went out towards.
I know it was
it.
in San Francisco.
Mike Shannon had a great call on it.
Yeah. But yeah, no. The DH.
Didn't he come up because your cousin got hurt?
Yeah, he
That's pretty cool.
He replaced Jason as the closer.
That's really
he?
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is.
Did you ever hear the story about 9/11 and Adam Wainwright?
Yes, I
He
have.
was supposed to be in the Twin Towers,
that day.
You
Yeah.
but he decided to not go to the lunch that he was supposed to have,
Oh.
and he went down the street instead of going into the tower.
You could go to a
That's
stupid, interesting wormhole about that with the Cardinals' history.
Yep.
If Adam Wainwright's dies, in
So
the
he would
shirt.
have died in 2001.
That means we still have JD Drew.
Whoa.
Well, not now. But
No, I mean,
you,
at
could,
the
you
time,
could go down the line from
We
that.
kept JD Drew.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
We could
Ray
like
King or whatever.
you could do a deep dive into like if Pujols never left and like say Pujols never leaves.
Yeah.
And
And Yachty still
Do you
gets as good
genuinely
as he
think
is.
Pools left because of money, or do you think it was something
Yes,
else
I do.
inside?
I
the
think-
I
lineup?
think it was
I think
anything
it-
St. Louis.
Well, he wanted
I
a
don't think
10-year
money-
deal, and Mo wouldn't give him 10
exactly.
years.
Like, I don't
Honestly
think money.
smart.
I don't think.
But he
money's
would have
the
taken
issue.
less money to stay, I think.
I don't think money was the issue. I think like what you said, he wanted a 10-year deal, and they're like, no, this is the first time in your career you haven't hit 300,
Yeah,
and you're
like-
getting 30. Like we don't want you for
to your
10
40.
years.
But also, the Angels
Yeah.
ruined his knees.
Correct.
Yeah.
They made him play first base when he couldn't play first
But what
base.
would he have done here? He couldn't play first base here.
We would have taken better care of him, though.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have played every damn day.
The
Angels,
reason that he started going off again with the Dodgers.
and here's the
is they
thing:
actually
the
took
Angels
care of
could have
him.
DH'd
Yeah.
him. You forget that the Angels are in the
Yeah.
AL. They could have
Well,
DH'd
didn't they have
him.
like Kendrys Morales at the time or something? They
Love
had DH.
Kendrys
They've
Morales.
just
You remember when he tore his Achilles or something, jumping
Celebrating.
on,
the
Jumping.
Angels have thrown together so many random fucking players in the
of great
roster.
teams
Yeah.
Yeah.
that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy that
I was a
Taylor Ward didn't even
huge,
fight
Shitty
back.
man.
Like, imagine-
huge Josh Hamilton fan.
Yeah, they had
Everybody
like,
was.
They had like Josh Hamilton, Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, Howie Kendrick, and
Another good wormhole though is Oscar Tavares not dying.
Oh
No,
my
see,
God.
That leads into me with Pujols staying because like they probably
They think Tavares was the future.
We don't get Jason Hayward.
We don't get Jason
We
Hayward.
probably don't trade Marco Gonzalez.
Well,
for
hear me out
Tyler
too.
O'Neill.
Like hear me out too. Like if
That was
can
a
you
trade.
can you imagine if Pujols stayed, Tavares didn't die, we bring him up around 2013, 2014, and we would have had Pujols,
Tavares,
Yachty,
Well, we probably don't get Arenado then.
Alan Craig.
No, I don't think Nolan would. I don't think Nolan would have affected.
Alan
that.
Craig still would have been there.
Alan Craig, that was a good move.
Matt Carpenter.
Still awful, but
All right. Well, it's been a fun hour and a half
Yeah.
talking with you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to do
I
it.
agree.
almost.
That was
yeah.
almost 2 hours.
That's 2 hours.
We'll be back again sometime the next episode.
Monday.
Monday.